Focus. Persistence.
Larry Bird follows his own shot. Oh, what a block. It's all over.
It's all over. The path to a championship is winding. At times, the journey can be more grinding than poetic. It can also be beautiful to behold. Back at home, Kobe Bryant was spectacular, willing his Lakers to victory.
You are saying, Ray Allen, it's your job to stop Kobe Bryant. It's not going to happen in our lifetime.
The Celtics had an opening, but a chance to take command of the finals slipped away.
The Lakers will win Game 3. They're back in the series.
Now, a pivotal Game 4 looms next on ABC.
Live from the NBA Finals in Los Angeles, California, welcome to GMC NBA Countdown.
If there has been one theme in these playoffs, home is where the wins are. The Lakers are perfect 9-0 in front of these fans. Now, LA, one victory away from tying this series at 2. We begin with the history lesson. Take notes. No team has ever won an NBA playoff series when they're down 3-0. But no team has ever won an NBA final series when down 3-1. So if the Lakers lose tonight, history is not on their side. Good evening and welcome to GMC NBA Countdown in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Stuart Scott, Michael Wilbon, John Barry, and a man in these parts they call Big Game James. James Worthy, a 3-time champion with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Finals MVP in 1988. The first pick in the 1982 draft out of North Carolina. Big Game played all 12 seasons right here in LA. His jersey number 42 hangs in the rafters. One of only 7 retired Laker jerseys high above us here at the Staples Center. James, what was your most memorable finals moment against the Celtics?
I think it was 1985, after being defeated in 1984. We didn't realize the history that we were carrying and all the former Lakers that we were representing, Wilt, Jerry West, Baylor. So to finally win in Boston in 1985, I'd have to say that was my biggest moment.
Really?
Yes.
Not 36 points, 16 rebounds, and
that was against
10 assists.
That was against Detroit. That's my second one. The first one was winning against the Celtics.
All right, how did we get here with the Celtics being up 2-1? Let's take a look back at Game 3 from Tuesday night. Celtics suffered another injury to a starter. Remember Paul Pierce's knee and Kendrick Perkins' ankle in Game 1? Or Rajon Rondo, a bone bruise on his left ankle in the third quarter of Game 3, but he came back. Meanwhile, how big Wilbon was Sasha Vujacic?
Well, he answered Leon Powe's 21-point game off the bench in Game 2 with his own 20-point game. It was on fire the entire night.
JB, Pierce, and KG struggled, huh?
8 of 35.
But no shows. What did you think about the man, Kobe Bryant, James?
Well, Kobe has learned to allow his players to get involved, and then he's always capable of taking over the game in the last 5 minutes.
Lakers won Game 3, 87-81. So the Lakers and Celtics now combined 21-1 at home in the playoffs. LA hasn't lost in this building since March 28th. As for the Celtics, they're 2-8 on the road. They've struggled on the offensive end. Now heading into Game 4, the man running the show for Boston banged up with that ankle injury. With more, here's Michelle Tafoya with the Celtics point guard.
Well, Rajon, it's been about 45 hours since you tweaked your left ankle in Game 3. Will you play tonight?
I'll definitely play. I'm not feeling 100%, but no one in this league plays at 100%, so I'll definitely play tonight.
How is the ankle going to impact your speed, which is arguably your best asset?
I don't think it will. I may maybe cut a little differently, but it won't affect my speed at all. I won't allow myself to go out there and play if I'm not 100% with my speed.
Okay, and when do you think and how do you think it might impact you on the floor?
Maybe getting through picks, I guess, with me cutting and playing, in certain situations. But other than that, I don't think it will affect it at all.
You planning on starting?
I think so. I haven't talked to Doc yet.
But you're assuming you will?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I'm going out there to play, and I'm sure I'll be fine.
Thank you, Rajon.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Michelle. By the way, Rondo did not have a cortisone shot because he's scared of needles, which is interesting because he's got a tattoo of his initials covering his entire back. Kobe Bryant plays his 150th career playoff game tonight, and at 29 years old, 284 days, he's the second youngest ever to play 150 before turning 30. Magic Johnson was the first. Now, James, Magic had you and James Worthy. He had you, and Kareem on those teams. Kobe has Gasol and Lamar Odom. Can he win a championship if they continue to struggle?
I don't think he can. I don't think he can do it by himself. And I think he's gone through a maturation process the last couple of seasons and rolling his teammates into what's possible. The bench is playing very well. Pau Gasol has added a lot. And Kobe, for once, he trusts his teammates. And I think that's what we've seen the success in the last year here.
Odom, Gasol, Fisher, Radmanovich, the rest of the boys in the band, James, are going to have to come to Kobe's rescue tonight, because you're right. He has finally learned how to really use them. They can't let him down tonight. They're going to have to play and not just rely on Vujacic to come off the bench and do what he did in Game 3.
JB, the Celtics shot just 35%. They scored just 81 points in Game 3, and they only lost by 6. Should they be happy that they almost won, or ticked off because they gave one away?
Yeah, I think this is a confident bunch. Now, you remember they lost 6 straight games to start the NBA playoffs this season, but they won 2 games in Detroit, and as you said, they played poorly here in Game 3. But I'm not going to say that Garnett and Pierce are going 8 of 35 again. They still had a chance to win that ball game. They lose by 6. I think they make some adjustments. Garnett get more aggressive. I think they are a confident group, and I think they can play well tonight. Although the Lakers are 9-0, going to be a tough task, but I think they're going to play well.
Remember when Ray Allen was in a shooting slump?
When?
Yeah, he doesn't remember that either. Game 3, Ray Allen was 5 of 7 from three-point land. 4th time this postseason that he's hit at least 5 3-pointers in a game, in a playoff game. Only 2 other guys have ever done that during an entire postseason. Dennis Scott and Reggie Miller. Reggie, the all-time leader in three-point shots. Ray's averaging over 21 a game in his last 5. Now compare that to his previous 12 when he's averaging only 11 a game. Coming up later, John Barry has the keys for Ray Allen's Celtics to win Game 4.
Welcome back to GMC NBA Countdown.
Let's flash back to 2002. On this day, 6 years ago, Kobe and Shaq put the finishing touches on their 3rd straight NBA title by sweeping the Nets. Shaq had 34, Kobe with 25. It was their last title together. Will Kobe win his 4th ring? Here are the final storylines so far. In Game 1, Paul Pierce sprained his knee but returned and scored 22 in a win. Game 2, Celtics bench came up large. Forward Leon Powe, 21 points off the pine as the Celtics hung on to win by 6. Game 3 here in L.A., Kobe Bryant's 36 and Sasha Vujacic's 20. That was the story as they pulled to within 2 games to 1. And now the stage is set for Game 4.
Attack and have to understand, obviously their schemes and what they're doing, and be patient, let things go through, then attack, and but attack, not just settle. And sometimes, whether it's fatigue or whether it's through, setting up other things for the course of a game, I do settle. And I just got to get a lot more aggressive because this ain't the time to be settling for anything.
With Kobe, he's always going to fill a vacuum. If other players aren't stepping up and, playing up to their level, he's just going to fill that vacuum. He's just, I'll take it on. Whatever the load is, let me have it, and I'll take it on.
How important is this game? All 28 teams that took a 3-1 lead in the finals won the title. No team has come back from that deficit. Now with more on tonight's matchup and the NBA's MVP, here's our courtside report with the guys calling the game. Mike Green, Mark Jackson, and Jeff Van Gundy. Guys?
Stuart, thanks. We know that Kobe Bryant won his first MVP this season. We also know that he's probably been the most talented player in the league for a number of years. But you ask his coach Phil Jackson the difference this year, and he'll say the leadership qualities are one of the reasons why this team is here, not just his talent. Guys, you've talked about it all season long. We've watched how Kobe Bryant can lead in a lot of different ways in terms of how he inspires his teammates.
Well, absolutely. Kurt Schilling wrote in his blog questioning Kobe Bryant's leadership abilities. Well, guess what, Kurt? You can find no one tougher on their teammates than Michael Jordan in the history of the game. Kobe Bryant down the stretch makes the play to Vujacic, takes a rush shot, not trusting his offense. Bryant gets on his case, discusses it to him. The next play down the floor, continues to make the right play. Now it's set up for you to knock down the jumper off of ball movement and man movement. Dumps his chest, discussion made by Bryant on the sideline saying, let me be the facilitator. That's true leadership. Come on, Curtis Schilling, you're better than that.
That's said by a very bitter Yankee fan, so take it with a grain of salt. But true leadership is bringing it every night on the floor. If you're going to get on your teammates, you've got to play with consistent energy, passion, high basketball IQ, and get it done in crunch time. And Kobe Bryant does all of that. So he's a tremendous leader because he can bring you home in the most important games.
This Courtside Report brought to you by The Dark Knight, in theaters Friday, July 18th.
James, is Kobe a more effective leader in the fourth quarter when he takes over shooting or when he continues to distribute?
You know, I think he's more effective at the beginning of the game because we know Kobe can dominate in the fourth quarter. What he does in the first, second, and third is allow his players to get involved by making assists and getting them baskets. But I think he's a much better leader at the beginning of the game.
You know what? I've been very skeptical of Kobe Bryant and waiting to see when things got tough if he would resort back to his old self and be selfish, and he has not done that. I think he's been terrific. He's been a great leader all season long. He hasn't wavered, and he's been the best player in the NBA all season. If he continues to do that, the Lakers have a great shot to win it.
Occasionally, you have to make a concession to a great opponent. Kobe cannot go old school Kobe and come out and shoot all the time because Boston's defense is too good for that. And the way to counteract Boston's defense, the best way is to distribute the ball, keep those guys involved so that they cannot load up and blitz Kobe Bryant defensively, and I think he understands that.
Kobe Bryant's also been a good leader before the game and after the game, taking the guys out. He's been doing that regularly, and of course you're a great leader if you always pick up the check.
Why don't you take us out, Stuart? Jeez.
I will. You just got to pay for it. Kevin Garnett's 13 points in Game 3 tied a playoff low this season. Still ahead, John Barry has the keys for KG to turn it around tonight. Game 4 coming up next on ABC, and dinner is on John afterwards.
GMC Keys to Victory, brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
This is Boston's 20th finals appearance. They've won 16 titles, the most in NBA history. A win tonight, they'd be in great shape to add another banner to the Raptors in the Garden. Hey, John, what are the GMC keys to the Celtics going up 3-1?
Stuart, the keys to a Celtics victory tonight is Kevin Garnett. He's 6 for his last 30. He's got to get involved. Now, when he faces up Pau Gasol, he can take him off the dribble anytime. Get into the paint where he's been effective. He's 11 for 20 in the series when he gets into the paint. But what he's been doing is settling for jump shots. Here, Pau Gasol dares him to shoot. This is a 21-foot jump shot. That's exactly what the Laker defense wants. He's 11 for 42 outside the paint. An aggressive KG, use your athleticism, get inside the paint, and be dominant, and it could be a Boston victory here in Game 4.
You know, it's interesting to actually hear Kevin Garnett a few minutes ago admit that sometimes he is just settling. All right, guys, I need predictions. Put on your Nostradamus hat. Who's going to win tonight in Game 4?
I don't want to annoy my friend James, but something about Kevin Garnett coming out saying, you know what, I've been settling. I'm not going to settle tonight. Playing a hunch, because I know 3-1 is a death knell, but I think Boston may steal this game.
Oh, my gosh. I've never agreed with Wilbon, ever. He's finally going to get one right. I think Boston gets this done. I spent some time with Danny Ainge yesterday. He has that inkling, too. I'm buying in.
I think Pau Gasol is not as dominant as Garnett, but he is an intellectual player. I think Pau's going to come out and dominate Garnett. Lakers to win.
What? I'm shocked.
That's what I predict.
That you would say that.
That's right. A little biased.
Thanks for watching GMC NBA Countdown. The national anthem and starting lineups are coming right up. We will see you at halftime with a Phil Jackson NBA journey featuring never-before-seen footage. Game 4 is next on ABC.
Another gorgeous day in Los Angeles where the NBA Finals resumes tonight. The Staples Center, the site for Game 4 between the Lakers and the Celtics. LA looking to even up the series. Boston hoping to move within one win of a championship. Let's get it started with Lakers legendary PA announcer Lawrence Tanter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2008 NBA Finals. Tonight, game number 4, featuring the Boston Celtics and your Los Angeles Lakers. And now, here to sing the national anthem, will you please welcome Jeffrey Osborne.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, Cape-proof through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Jeffrey Osborne. And now it's time to meet the players for both teams. First, the starting lineup for the Boston Celtics. At center from Clifton J. Olson High School, number 43, Kendrick Perkins. At guard from Kentucky, number 9, Rajon Rondo. At guard from Connecticut, number 20, Ray Allen. At forward from Farragut Academy High School, number 5, Kevin Garnett. And the other forward is from Kansas, number 34, Paul Pierce. The head coach of the Celtics, Doc Rivers. For your Los Angeles Lakers. And forward from Rhode Island, number 7, Lamar Odom. At forward from Serbia, number 10, Vladimir Radmanovic. At center from Spain, number 16, Pau Gasol. At guard from Arkansas Little Rock, number 2, Derek Fisher. And the other guard is from Lower Merion High School, number 24, Kobe Bryant. The head coach of the Lakers, Hall of Famer Phil Jackson. Game 4 is coming up.
And so it continues. You've lived your life for this one moment. A chance to march into the pantheon of greatness, where a legacy of champions awaits.
Unbelievable! West throws it up over half court. Back to back. Yeah. Got it again. He's way too good. So many moves, so much power.
Get ready for basketball battle. The NBA Championship.
Turnaround shot in the air. That's good. You are watching what greatness is.
An almost unthinkable storyline has unfolded in this NBA Finals.
And I'm guaranteeing everybody here, next year we're going to win it again.
Tonight, the real season begins.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
It's 89-84 Sixers, and they get inside. I want to tell you something. Somebody up there is on our side. Allen's on the floor. What a play by James Allen. Oh, my.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Welcome once again to the Staples Center. It's packed and they are ready to go to cheer on Kobe Bryant and the Lakers as they continue their battle for a championship against the Celtics. The Lakers trying to even this series up at 2 games apiece. The Celtics hoping to take a commanding 3-1 lead in this best-of-7 series. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Game 4 of the 2008 NBA Finals. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Michelle Tafoya will join us shortly. Game 3 was an ugly affair, but the Lakers could care less how it looked. They got in the win column, and they got themselves right back into this series. Jeff, what was the key for them? How did they turn it around, and how did they continue to do that in Game 4?
Well, Kobe Bryant stopped giving the Celtics defense too much credit. After Game 1 and 2, he said you couldn't get to the basket against them. In Game 3, he attacked early, he attacked often, he got to the free throw line 18 times. So late in the game, because he had driven so much, now his pull-up jump shot was available to him, and he became so much more efficient throughout the course of this series. Game 2, 11 for 23. Game 3, 12 for 20, 60%, and a career finals high, 36 points.
And that attack mode filtered down to the defensive end, where the Lakers had one of their best defensive performances of the playoffs. Meanwhile, for the Celtics, while Bryant was brilliant, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce were not in Game 3. They've had a great playoff run, but they've got to turn it around. What happened in Game 3, and what do they need to change in Game 4, Mark?
Well, what you have to do is give some of the credit to the Los Angeles Lakers, but also to the Boston Celtics. They went away from Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Garnett is a guy that has to have touches on the low post, put him in a position to prosper. Also, Pierce, isolation situations. Allow these guys to have impact on the ball games. Games 1 and 2, high percentage, 48%, getting 45.5 points per game. Game 3, they struggled. 23% from the field, not putting them in position. That's why they didn't have a good Game 3. They have to find their offense. It starts with them, not just the big three, but Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Garnett have to be effective.
Well, the important Game 4 right now, here at the Staples Center once again. Many in the crowd as they're filing in. So many of the celebrities. They packed it in the other night. They'll be lining up again tonight. And the coaches sending their teams out from the locker room with their pregame speeches.
Single-minded goal tonight should be to win. Should be to win. Your focus should be, what do I have to do to help my team get this win? What do I have to do to help my team get this win? That has to be your goal. But the bottom line at the end of the day, we got to play. We got to have great focus, and our focus should be on nothing else but winning. Do what you do to win.
Make sure you know what your roles are. Make good shots. Take care of the basketball. You've done a good job so far.
We're set for the tip-off of Game 4 between the Lakers and the Celtics. Boston up 2-1. Our Spanish language version of tonight's game, presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP button on your television. As we're set to go, the officiating crew for tonight, Steve Javie, the crew chief, Tom Washington working his first NBA Finals game. The Lakers trying to make it 2 in a row. And in the starting lineup for the Boston Celtics, Rajon Rondo sprained his ankle in the third quarter of Game 3. But he's out there playing a key for the Boston Celtics, how effective he'll be. He's been receiving treatment in the past couple of days, but he's out there to start. Odom, quick drive to the basket, blocked by Garnett, but it goes in. As he knocked it after it hit off the backboard. 2 points for Odom, who didn't have his first field goal until midway of the third quarter in Game 3.
Love the first possession call by Phil Jackson. You have a guy that you say is confused. Your job as a coach is to get him unconfused. Gets him in an isolation situation. Good basket to start the game by Odom.
Ray Allen had a terrific Game 3 and a good start to Game 4. Allen led them in scoring with 25 points, and he gets them on the board tonight. Fisher throws it away. And with more on the Rondo situation, let's check in with Michelle DeBoy. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, you guys. Well, Rajon Rondo said after Game 3 he was about 50% with that left ankle, and today he described himself as 89.555%. But on a serious note, he expects to be full speed. He thinks the only problem he might have is fighting through picks on defense. He did not take a cortisone shot because, like his teammate Paul Pierce, he doesn't like the needles. But Doc Rivers expects that ankle to be, quote, a non-factor, Mike.
He didn't practice yesterday against the left ankle, so for a guy who really shoots with his right hand, that's the foot he jumps off of. Fisher inside, he draws the foul, and Fisher will go to the line. This is what happened to Rondo in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now, he did return later in the game, but was clearly not the same. And although Rondo is a young player, he provides speed and quickness, something that Celtics don't have a heck of a lot of, Jeff.
Well, that's the best part of his game. It's a speed, quickness, rebounding type of game. And Doc Rivers didn't play him down the stretch of Game 3 because of his injury. He didn't play him down the stretch because he was ineffective the entire game. And so Rondo has to have more of a type of Game 2 performance where he was outstanding.
That's when he had 16 assists.
And I think anybody else with a bad injury, you test them if you're the Lakers defensively. But the Lakers like Rondo on the floor because it allows Kobe Bryant to roll.
That's a three. Won't go. Allen the rebound. And here comes Ray Allen, who has had a superb final so far. Not just Game 3, but overall, he's the team's leading scorer. And he's shooting over 50% from the field. Garnett with Bryant on him on the switch. Allen for three. Rushed it way off.
But he wasn't ready to shoot. His hands and feet were not set.
Bryant to the basket, and he draws the foul. Kobe Bryant, who took 18 free throws in Game 3, will get his first opportunity here in Game 4. Phil Jackson, you guys touched upon this at the top. He said that Kobe Bryant created the tone, the attack mode that this team had right from the start at both ends of the floor.
Well, and you're talking about a team, a young basketball team that found itself down 2-0 in the NBA Finals. That's when you look at your star player, you look at your leader, and see their body language, how they respond. Kobe Bryant sent the message to the guy.
And what he's doing is he's getting to the basket in transition. And for the Celtics, that's got to be discouraging because, like in the last possession, they had a chance to get back, load their defense, and take away that left-handed driving seam.
A lane violation. It's going to be on Perkins. He stepped in before Bryant released the ball, so he'll get another chance. Bryant missed 7 free throws. And he's the next free throw. Well, they call a foul. Excuse me. It's a loose ball foul on Perkins. So Perkins picks up his first. And the Lakers will inbound with a new 24.
And you see the mindset of the Lakers to start this ball game. A drive by Odom, a drive by Fisher, a drive by Bryant. They are being aggressive.
Nice pass. Odom to Gasol. And a strong start for the Lakers.
And they did that same thing in game 2. You trap Kobe Bryant. He takes the trap, hits the man at the free throw line, and then big to big, high-low.
Garnett double team. Bryant trying to take it. He takes it right out of his hands. Doc Rivers screaming for a foul. Pass, though, stolen by Pierce the other end. And then Pierce gets bumped by Bryant and lost the ball. Bryant, attack mode. Out to Gasol. Air ball. And here comes Rondo. Lakers do a good job getting back. And a technical foul on Doc Rivers, who continues to yell at Steve Javie. One-shot technical coming up. He thought Garnett was mauled here. And it continues as they came down the floor. The next time down, Fisher will shoot the technical. And Fisher misses. And again, the Lakers struggle from the line. They missed 13 of them in game 3. Right off the bench, his star player having the ball wrestled away from him.
But even more important than whether that was a foul or not, Kobe Bryant, again, roaming off of Rondo with no regard for his ability to hurt him as he double teams.
Garnett, who has really struggled shooting in this series, is 35% from the field. Gets inside. That's what he said he's going to do. The second effort won't go. Tips it again. Radmanovic comes away. Fisher. Nice pass to Odom. Oh, the Lakers look sharp early. 7 straight points, and they're up 9-2.
And here's what you love about it. Odom, Gasol running the floor. Big men running the floor. They put so much pressure on your defense. That's how you get it going offense. High percentage plays in transition.
Odom already with more field goals than the entire game 3. And that's what Rondo has to do for the Celtics.
And Kobe Bryant didn't try to even get under or over. He just laid on the screen. Rondo's got to shoot the ball like that.
Well, the Lakers playing a numbers game. They're not going to make any adjustments. They're going to dare Rondo to be a jump shooter and continue to knock him down.
Gasol also slow to get started scoring in the last game. Odom again. Odom 3 for 3 to start.
And then this didn't just start tonight. Odom took the ball hard to the basket in the second half of game 3. Even though he didn't finish him, he got more aggressive.
Perkins backs in, takes his time, and dumps it in. That's his strength against Odom, who can't match up with the brute strength of Perkins.
But I like what Odom is doing, catching the ball where he was tentative in the past. Right now, he is catching it, ready to make a quick, precise move.
He's been in foul trouble, Odom has, every game in the series. He's had 5 fouls in each of the first 3. So he's had absolutely no rhythm. Kobe Bryant, a couple of jab fakes. Gasol. Ball tipped, last touch by Pierce. Lakers with a new possession.
Great one-on-one defense by Ray Allen against the best player in the world. Forced Bryant to give it up. Pass was off target. Took Gasol out of his shooting rhythm.
Allen and Pierce, 2 great offensive players who've gotten some nice kudos for their defense this year, as Kevin Garnett and the Celtics have turned around their defensive mindset. Odom, again aggressive. Radmanovic, open 3. It's good. 8-point lead.
It is the skill level of Lamar Odom. Puts so much pressure on your defense. Catches the ball, he can knock down the jump shot, so you must run out at him. And too skilled, puts the ball on the floor, makes it play.
Rondo's floater won't go. Garnett does a good job tipping it out. Pierce a really struggling game through. Game 3, just 2 of 14. Rondo wide open. Now he shoots. Rebound tip, nearly put in by Perkins. Garnett breaks it up. Allen saves it. Good job from Pierce. Pierce on the drive. Banker won't go. Lakers running. Gasol back to Odom again. Odom 4 for 4. And a 10-point advantage for the Lakers. Celtics need a timeout. Here comes the first ovation of the night.
You talk about Lamar Odom, his skill level, struggling so far in this championship series. Find a way to get it done. You are too good just to be a regular guy on the floor.
I've dreamt about holding that trophy for a long time. I just would love to know what it feels like to be the last team standing. For someone that's been playing basketball as long as I've been, that's the peak, that's the pinnacle.
He's playing in his first NBA Finals. He has struggled through the first 3 games shooting the basketball, but what a great start tonight in Game 4.
It's a great start because he's so versatile. He's best when he's attacking. Here, he's a tremendous passer. High-low off the blitz of the pick and roll of Bryant, and then catch and drive it. No hesitation, no indecision, and then the Lakers on the break. Very, very efficient with Gasol and Odom finishing the play.
Garnett misses. Odom a rebound. Odom grew up in Queens, New York. This is his 9th year in the league. He's 28, his 4th year with the Lakers. Started his career in LA, but with the Clippers. And as we've always said, just such a versatile player. Bryant, jumper won't go. Odom, an excellent rebounder. Puts it back up, draws the foul. And that's going to be 2 on Garnett. For a rough start for the Boston Celtics, and Garnett's going to come out. P.J. Brown gets off the bench.
And this is the thing I disagree with Phil Jackson saying that the bigs for the Celtics were too big and strong and physical for Lamar Odom, eliminating his rebounding ability. This is a big-time rebounder. It was energy and effort. That's the difference to start this ball game. Big-time offensive rebound over KG.
After a couple of games, Phil Jackson said that Odom looked confused. That's not easy to take for a veteran to be called out by like that. Now, Jackson said, hey, Odom's okay with it. When we asked him Odom about it, he said he was okay, but he can't like that during the finals, and he's responded here.
He has, and sometimes you look at Odom and you think small forward, but he's such a good rebounder. The best part of his game, when he gets a defensive rebound and then leads the break, that's the hardest thing to guard in basketball is when you have a fast break where no outlet pass is required.
He's their best rebounder at 10.5 a game in the regular season.
And I love the fact that when you talk about a guy, Phil Jackson said confused. Get upset if it's not true. When you watch the film, no question about it, he played confused.
Bad pass. Here's Toronto, and a rough start for the Celtics as we go to Michelle.
Guys, during the last timeout, Doc Rivers told his players, they're more physical. They're going over your back again. I don't mind the missed shots. Those will take care of themselves, but it's all the other little things we got to clean up. Relax and play, and stop avoiding the contact. Go through it.
Well, he said after Game 3, we didn't set a pick all night as Radmanovic hits a 3. Vladimir Radmanovic puts the Lakers up 20-6.
This is when the Lakers are a dangerous basketball team, clicking on all cylinders. Kobe Bryant being more facilitator and other guys playing aggressive.
And the chance of defense, foul away from the ball. Fisher a little aggressive, so picks up his first. Eddie House is quickly going to come in.
You look at Radmanovic, a big-time shooter play made by Derek Fisher. He's ready to lock and load. Beautiful rainbow jump shot.
And I love this substitution of Eddie House for Rondo. It'll keep Bryant at home more. which will give more space for Pierce and Ray Allen.
Pierce lines up a three. Won't go. Perkins had it, but he got fouled. So the Celtics will get it out of bounds. It's going to be against Odom. That's his first.
And those are a lot of where Odom is fouling. Around the basket, as you see Rondo on the bench. But Odom is fouling on blockouts. He's fouling near the basket. He's got to try to keep Perkins off without getting himself into foul trouble.
That's what he's been unable to avoid the first several games. Celtics also need some offense with Garnett on the bench. Perkins inside, nice feed, blocked by Bryant, but a foul. Kobe Bryant his first, and P.J. Brown will shoot two. Log on to NBAstore.com for Lakers and Celtics finals gear. NBAstore.com. One store, every team. Crowd reacting to the big screen replay as Bryant picks up his first foul. Getting the boos from the crowd. And Brown misses the first.
Good job by Kobe Bryant not giving up on the play. P.J. Brown, guess what? That's not a foul. That's a good block right there.
Chloe, what are you talking about? That is a blatant foul. And plus, when you wind up like that, you're going to get called for a foul. But you know what set that up? Bryant wasn't in the lane because he's guarding Eddie House, which gave Perkins the ability to hit Brown in the middle of the lane.
I need to know, you were kidding, right?
I just want to see if you guys are paying attention.
Man, that's a backtrack right there.
I put it right by the rim, and you guys went up and got it.
Turnover down the other end. Both teams a little sloppy early. Lakers have been excellent. Under 12 turnovers a game so far in these finals. House to Perkins. There's a double team. Eddie House creating his own shot. Way off, however. Radmanovich the rebound.
Eddie House had Kobe Bryant up in the air. He should have gone right into him. Got Bryant's second foul.
Instead, Bryant will post up down the other end. Fisher. And again, Lakers in attack mode. Lakers from the field, 8 for 12 so far, and they lead by 15.
I think if you fall Pierce, you have to look to be more aggressive offensively. Radmanovich guarding. Find a way to force double teams and make plays.
Perkins can't get it to fall. Here come the Lakers again. Odom giving some room, steps back, hitting the jumper. Everything Odom puts up, knocking it down. He's 5 for 5. And look at this score. That's sick. He snapped out of his slump early.
Oh, he's doing nothing that he didn't do when he was 15 years old. Trust your game and make it play.
Eddie House misses. And the Celtics now 3 for 15. A nightmare start for Boston. Timeout, ball by Phil Jackson. Whatever he's going to say, he better say, keep what you're doing, guys, because they have been sensational to start.
And it's been Lamar Odom. When you get your game going with a few layups, now you can shake him, take a little step back, and knock in that jumper. Odom, so versatile, so good at the outset here tonight.
The NBA Finals on ABC. Brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade. Hancock, starring Will Smith. In theaters July 2nd, rated PG-13. And BlackBerry.
Aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Get there on Comfort Tread Technology. Welcome back to Game 4 from the Staples Center. Lamar Odom and the Lakers near perfect to start. Odom perfect from the field at 5 for 5. As look at that score for the Lakers, 24-7 after the big struggles in the first couple of games. Just tremendous performance and not just scoring. Lakers with a chance to add to the lead. Odom again, 6 for 6. He said after Game 3, he was going to watch a lot of tape to see what he was doing. Whatever he did, it's working.
But that's the type of guys you want. Guys that's going to make the adjustment, not look to make excuses, but find a way to get it done.
Here's to P.J. Brown. He's left open. Nothing going the Celtics' way. 3 for 16 and 4 turnovers. Not wanted to shoot it again. Gasol. Radmanovic, another open 3. And Perkins the rebound. A rare miss from the Lakers here in the first quarter. Pierce trying to get on track. Nice move from Pierce, who was just 2 of 14 in Game 3. That's his first field goal tonight. Radmanovic. I think Perkins got a piece of it. And here comes Pierce. Fakes the 3, drives, inside out. Ray Allen, three-pointer, knocks it down.
And that's what we're talking about. Pierce has to look to be aggressive. Last play made on his own. That play puts the ball on the floor and makes the play for Ray Allen.
Well, the first time where the Celtics able to get back-to-back buckets as Bryant is mauled. If it's on Perkins, it will be his second.
When you talk about Paul Pierce, he's too good offensively, has the package, gets Lamar Odom in the air, puts the ball on the floor, a paint touch, wind up with a wide open jump shot because of his aggressiveness.
And in Game 3, on similar plays, when he shot faked and got a defender up in the air, he just side dribbled and shot a 3. Much better aggression attacking the basket.
Garnett on the bench. She picked up 2 fouls in the first 6 minutes. Lakers to the foul line as Boston's in the penalty. All right, Jeff, as a coach, the game starts like this with just this onslaught. Your team can do nothing right. How do you deal with it?
Well, you know, it's a long game, and so you try to play one possession at a time. Right here, Doc Rivers, an interesting substitution for Perkins. He went with James Posey, the smaller man, versus Leon Poe in hopes to match up with Odom better off the dribble.
Because Odom is just taking them apart. Posey, an excellent defender. Bryant hearing the MVP chants. He's increased his scoring in every game so far in the finals. Knocks that one down. He had 24 in the first game, then 30, and 36 in Game 3. 28-12, Lakers under 2 minutes remaining. What has been a nightmare first quarter for Boston. Trevor Ariza harassing Pierce. Doc Rivers asking, call a foul, and there it is. Not the penalty yet. Next one. And the Celtics will inbound.
And this is good, solid defense by Ariza. You want to force the issue against Paul Pierce, but right now, being in the penalty, you can't play this same defense. You don't want to allow a score to get going to the foul line.
They need to get Pierce on track, especially with Garnett on the bench. Posey passes up a 3. He'll take it to the basket. Nice move, can't finish. And Gasol the rebound. 12-6 on the boards in favor of the Lakers. Jordan Farmar, his first minutes. Bryant's calling for it. Lobs it in, Gasol. And Gasol is hit by P.J. Brown. So more free throws from the Lakers. Of course, Game 5 will be Sunday night. Right back here at the Staples Center. The question is, will it be 2-2? Or will the Celtics mount a comeback and get a 3-1 lead? We'll be on the air at 8:30 Eastern. Tip-off shortly after 9 Eastern. As Gasol the free throw.
Mike, I'm going out on a limb right now.
Don't say it.
I'm going 2-2.
You just said it's early in the game.
It is. But I'm going to take a 17-point lead anytime I can get it.
You're a real daredevil.
Gasol the second one. At least tell the people there's a chance they're going to come back.
Oh, in the NBA, there's always a good opportunity to get back in every game.
You think about it, you give me Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, I'll take a team's chance of making a comeback, especially in a league that's all about runs.
Here's to Eddie House. House wide open. Can't hit the 3. And Trevor Ariza had it, lost it. The foul on Ray Allen. So Allen picks up his first, and Ariza will shoot free throws.
That's the second wide open look Eddie House has had out of a double team or semi-double team of Paul Pierce. If he's not going to knock that down, then they're going to have to substitute and go to somebody else, maybe Sam Cassell, because he's got to knock that in.
So Ariza will go to the line. Trevor Ariza is 22 years old, his 4th year in the league. They've got 2 players, Ariza and Farmar, from Los Angeles, high school in LA. Both went to UCLA and now playing for the Lakers in the NBA Finals. You talk about kids having their dreams come true. Both Ariza and Farmar that way. Ariza, as we talked about during the series, broke his foot this the last 3 months of the regular season, but he's healthy again and certainly helping out. Kobe Bryant. Ariza wide open. That's a 3. Puts it in. 34-12.
But it's something else when you can trust your best player to make the right play. That penetration by Bryant, similar to what Pierce did with Allen, gets the jumper for Ariza.
Eddie House banks one in. 2-second difference on the shot clock. Kobe Bryant will take his time. The largest lead at the end of the first quarter of an NBA Finals game ever is 20 points. The Lakers have a 20-point advantage right now with a chance to increase it here. Bryant, nice feed, Gasol, and he's whacked by Posey. So Gasol will go to the line.
And really, Kobe Bryant has been the difference offensively. He puts the ball on the floor almost like Steve Nash. Once he leaves the floor, he's looking to make the right play. The right play was a cross-court pass to Ariza in the corner all by himself.
This will be the 14th and 15th free throw for the Lakers. Celtics win the penalty early as Gasol way short. Not even the Memorial Day Massacre was this lopsided at the end of the first quarter.
And the Celtics have gone very small in the last possession. But I'd be concerned if I was Doc Rivers with that, because they have not rebounded the ball off missed free throws, and they're very small right now in the blockout position.
What a start for Odom as he goes to the bench. This, one of the stars of Game 3, Sasha Vujacic, is in. Ray Allen. That's a 3 at the buzzer. Won't go. It would have been a 2 anyway, and that ends what's a nightmare for Boston, but a spectacular start for the Lakers as they finished with the largest lead ever after 1 quarter in an NBA Finals game. Lamar Odom struggling so much in the first couple of games, averaging just over 9 per game. He was 6 for 6 from the field, and the Lakers are up 21.
Back in Los Angeles, the Lakers leading 35-14. Doc Rivers, they had an avalanche of scoring, very little falling for you. As a coach, where do you start?
Well, you just keep playing. You know, you just keep playing through it. It's got to start on the defensive end. Michelle, we've had great shots. We've missed 3 layups, 3 or 4 wide open jump shots. But if they're going to score every time down, it's going to be tough for us to get into our running game.
Kevin Garnett, 2 fouls. When do you bring him back?
Right now. We're down too much. He's coming back right now.
Thank you, Doc.
Thanks.
Mike?
Boy, Michelle, avalanche was the right word there. Not only on the offensive end, just so efficient. 10 assists on the 11 field goals, but the defense very strong as well. Only 6 of 22 for Boston, and as we said, largest deficit at the end of 1 quarter in NBA Finals history. The previous mark was Game 6 between the Lakers and the Knicks back in 1970. That was the game that Willis Reed missed before his heroics in Game 7. They were down by 20 after 1 and wound up losing by 22 in that game. As we have a foul away from the ball. Thanks to our statistician Dave Free. Vujacic picks up a foul.
But Doc Rivers says the right thing to Michelle. It's not about scoring. They're going to find a way to score. They have to get stops. It's too easy right now to start this ball game for the Lakers offensively.
Well, we saw the Lakers in Game 2 down by as many as 22, storm back, actually down by 24. And that was in the 4th quarter as Ray Allen turns it over. We've seen so often how teams get the big early leads, and you just, human nature, you lose your edge a little bit. Gasol trying to post up Leon Poe, who's in, and a foul on Poe. Celtics, a lot of fouls, and that's what's helped put the Lakers at the line so often.
Phil Jackson, this lineup is a lineup that can get Gasol going on the block. Surrounding him with slashes and shooters, he can now take the smaller pole on the block.
Luke Walton is in. Gasol, the only starter out there right now. Vujacic fires away. Won't go. Trevor Ariza up and in. Trevor Ariza looks spark off the bench. Sam Cassell, his first minutes. Garnett back in, playing with 2 fouls. Nice drop-off pass, and Poe is hit.
Right now, the Lakers are the superior team when it comes to reaction to the ball. Here, Ariza, good rebound and good follow. And if you're the Celtics, what disappoints you most is you can understand this onslaught if it was Kobe Bryant just breaking you down, being what he can be, the best player in the game. He doesn't even have a field goal yet.
He's 0 for 2. He's hit 3 free throws. He does have 4 assists. Well, that's all part of the progression of the development of this Laker team. An anti-Celtic chant breaks out here. Just over a minute gone by here in the second. Lakers right now just demolishing the Celtics. Farmar. Pass out. Walton wide open for 3. Rebound. Ariza nearly kept it alive. Here comes Poe. And he carried it. Should have given it up. Another turnover for the Celtics. That's number 6.
Really love the energy and effort of Ariza in this ball game. There's a guy off the bench saying, hey, if Poe could impact this series with his energy and effort off the bench, why can't I? Certainly has had the right mentality.
Walton. Farmar and the bench have been so productive all season. Struggled early in the series, but Vujacic led them in game 3. Walton inside pass to Gasol, knocked away. Celtics need to start hitting some shots. Ray Allen blocked by Ariza. Ahead now to Walton. It's a foot race. Walton gets it by Gasol inside to Farmar. And Garnett the rebound. Excellent block from Trevor Ariza. And then he deflects it. Boy, he is playing with so much energy. And here's a guy. He's a chronic asthmatic. He's got to always monitor his breathing. It hasn't affected, obviously, his athletic career, but what energy he's playing with.
And the crowd showing their appreciation for his energy level in this ball game, really impacting both ends of the floor.
Garnett spinning, banks it in.
When you think about Ariza, he was traded mid-season, and he's been hurt. So it's hard to develop any rhythm and continuity. It's hard to get in the rotation on such a good team after dealing with an injury.
Acquired from Orlando back at the end of November, early in the year. Shot clock winding down. Walton spots up. Three-pointer won't go. Poe the rebound. Garnett said he wanted to post up more here in game 4, and does so there.
But by getting a stop, it forces Luke Walton to match up on Kevin Garnett. You give him the ball on the block, and he makes a big-time move. It starts on the defensive end for the Celtics.
Vujacic, the quick release. Ray Allen got a piece of it, but saved by who else? Trevor Ariza. Vujacic to Walton again. He's open. This time he knocks down the 3, and it's 40-19.
Second shot opportunity. Ariza chases down the rebound and makes the play for the Lakers.
Garnett. The Souls had to guard some tough guys during the playoffs. Tim Duncan, now Garnett. Posey draws the foul. And he'll go to the line as Trevor Ariza makes a rare mistake. Former draft pick of the New York Knicks, Trevor Ariza, getting it done here for the Lakers.
Finding a way to to show that he belongs here. Comes in off the bench, raises the level of play, knocks down the jumper off of the ball movement of Kobe Bryant. Stellar play, enjoying himself, and then hustle plays. Offensive rebound, get in there, girl. Ariza has had an impact.
Here at the Staples Center, Game 4 of the NBA Finals. That score is correct. 40-19. Lakers just pouring it on here to start this game as they try to even the series at 2 games apiece. Now let's throw it over to Michelle Tafoya with a special guest.
Yeah, Mike, you talk about what a star-studded crowd this is, and I'm with Will Smith. And what do you think of this score? What do you think of this game?
That's the way I like it. I like to play from in front.
Well, it's pretty well in front. Do you have a relationship with any of the Lakers that you're out here and you're making some eye contact and telling good stuff?
You know, just really Kobe. You know, I've been in hibernation for the past 6 months in my character, so I came back out. So Kobe is really the only person I have like a personal relationship with.
So how good is it to be a fan and to have these guys back to this kind of level?
Oh no, this is beautiful. You know, I grew up in Philadelphia. You know, so my team got beat up by the Boston Celtics a lot while I was growing up. So I'm excited and hopeful that the Lakers, now that I live out here, can give me that feeling back.
So it was Hitch, now Hancock, and I'm guessing hostility is next.
Yeah, all H's. We're in pursuit of happiness. We're working with all the H's.
Good luck on the movie. It opens July 2nd, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Mike?
Thank you, Michelle.
Hey, the Celtics need some Hancock-type energy right now. They need that guy to start and then jump up to the sky.
Nice transition.
Now, Hitch was a great movie. Kevin James, if there's anyone funnier than Kevin James, I want names.
These superlatives that you put on these average movies.
What do you...
No, Hitch was an outstanding movie.
Odom inside. Odom again. He's 7 for 7. And it's 42-21. Talk about a turnaround. And speaking with Odom yesterday, again, he tried to remain calm, and he kept saying, as long as we win, so he was happy with Game 3.
Well, he kept saying it's not about LO, which is his nickname, it's about LA.
Kobe Bryant will rebound. Again, Bryant doesn't have a field goal, and they're up by 21. Who would have thought that? Barmar to the basket. Takes his time, misses the banker. Turiaf goes down hard, but he's okay. Kevin Garnett trying to get on track, as is Paul Pierce and the Celtics. They have been dominated so far here in Game 4. Another turnover, and Cassell with a foul. It won't be a clear path foul. Ray Allen was ahead of the play, so the Lakers will take it out of bounds.
You see what Lamar Odom is doing, staying aggressive. Good job of passing the ball on the floor, sets a screen, and then no one's guarding him. Recognition, gets the basketball and puts it in. I just got a feeling my guy here has another rule change.
No rule change. Not yet, at least.
About the fast break, I'm sure you wanted to say something about stopping the ball in transition.
No, I actually thought that was a good one. I don't like the ones where it barely is controlled when the shot clock goes off if they stop the play. It should be a play on as long as they maintain control.
Vujacic plays on. 20 points in Game 3, and he gives the Lakers a 24-point lead here in the second.
I don't... Right now, play through Kevin Garnett, post him up, and then when they double, get to proper spacing and be ready to shoot.
Oh, inside, misses. Turiaf tips it. Doc Rivers screaming at Tom Washington. That's a foul, he's saying. As we approach the midway point of what so far has been a good old-fashioned blowout. And a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against Sam Cassell. Celtics, their third team foul. Paul Pierce will return. There's just 1 for 4, only 2 points. Which has been more of a struggle for Boston, offense or defense?
Unfortunately, you can't pinpoint it. It's both. They're either not getting quality shots or they're missing. And then down here, no defensive mentality to make it hard on the Lakers.
And to me, it's defense, even though they're struggling offensively. But this is a team that's won 66 ball games, and they're here because of what they've done on the defensive end.
Here comes Farmar. Pull-up jumper, that's a 2. And a long rebound to Posey. Lakers for the second straight game jumped out early. Nothing like this, though, is Gasol not even close.
Well, the point guard play of Boston has been way below average. They're wide open, they're doubling off of them, and they're just missing.
They have 1 assist as Bryant is called for an offensive foul. And we'll have a timeout. The Lakers so impressive at home. They have not lost in the playoffs here at the Staples Center. 9-0. 15 straight wins dating back to the regular season. Have not lost on this floor since March. And they're up by 24.
The NBA Finals on ABC. Brought to you by Lincoln. Reach higher. Disney Pixar Wall-E in theaters June 27th. Rated G. The totally new 12.2 megapixel Canon EOS Rebel XSI. And vitamin water. It works for Kobe Bryant. Try it.
We're midway through the second quarter, game 4 of the NBA Finals. Look at Kobe Bryant's numbers. 0 for 2, no field goals, 3 points. If you're just tuning in, you're wondering what the score is. And despite that, the Lakers up by 24, 45-21. He has the 6 assists, but everybody getting it done for the Lakers.
Well, because he attracts so much attention here. They double Bryant every time in the low post. Boston small, nice little pass to Gasol, gets him to the free throw line. Gets over the top of the pick and roll. Pierce rotates to Gasol. Very few players can throw this diagonal skip pass on the money right to Ariza's shooting pocket. He knocks it in. Here, another double team of the low post. Bryant under Poe's arm. Lamar Odom with a great finish, and then even contributing on the bench, Luke Walton hits a 3 and gives him a little love tap.
Meanwhile, Posey, he misses a 3. Bryant the rebound. Boston now 28% from the field. Bryant finding Vujacic, another open look. Not that time, and Odom the rebound. Under 5 to play in the second. Just a dominant performance. Kobe Bryant. Radmanovic tips it right to Ray Allen. Crowd is even, they've got tired of cheering and giving standing ovations as Kevin Garnett knocks down the shot.
Every time the Celtics get the ball to Kevin Garnett on the low post, something good happens. It's not about scoring. They get a good look.
Bryant with Pierce on him. Back out. Radmanovic has already hit a couple of threes off that time. And Garnett the rebound. Rondo back in. Ray Allen. That's a good look. And Celtics get it to go down. Allen, who's been so high. Shooting well again. 3 for 6. He has 8 to lead Boston. Phil Jackson quickly wants to call timeout. His team has been up by as many as 24. They've led the entire game. And doesn't want to give the Celtics any confidence as we wind down the second.
Good timeout by Phil Jackson. You don't want to have breakdowns. Ray Allen, one of the best shooters in basketball, gets a wide open look in transition. That's why you were down 2-0. Got to get it done.
Marvel's done it again. The Hulk is every bit as good as Iron Man. It's awesome, outstanding, momentous. It's incredible. The Incredible Hulk, rated PG-13, starts tomorrow.
That's our Bud man. He's always here, rotating stock, checking freshness dates, making sure your Budweiser is always perfect.
Does he make house calls?
Monday on ABC, the biggest high-stakes adventure of the summer continues. Daredevil stunts, breathtaking challenges, and thrill-seeking mystery that will keep you guessing. Who is the mole? Monday at 10, 9 Central on ABC. Here at the Staples Center, it has been all Lakers. 45-26. They have led right from the start. Lamar Odom
has been superb. Just a great performance for this team. And again, you see the way they play at home. It's much like the Celtics, just so much more aggressive right from the start, Mark.
Well, there's a reason why they're winning. Aggressive on both ends of the floor. The role players came out ready to play, getting it done defensively. And then the player, Lamar Odom, has been stellar.
Bryant. He was looking to pass it first. Misses that shot. He's still without a field goal, but obviously hasn't affected the Celtics. Posey hit hard as he gets knocked to the ground. You know, we've seen in this series, Game 2, Leon Poe had the 21-point game. He was an unlikely hero. Game 3, it was Sasa Vujacic. He had 20, an unlikely hero. And how about the likes of Trevor Ariza tonight? Only 6 points, but his energy a really big part of this lead stretching. And although Bryant without the field goal, he has had plenty of help. And that's what's one of the fun things about seems every finals. There's 1 or 2 guys, and you can't expect them to have, you know, a whole series worth of huge games. But Vujacic helped the Lakers win 1 game. Same thing with Poe. It's such a huge boost for a team to get that kind of contribution.
And you never know who it's going to be. All your job is to do when you're a role player is to be ready for your moment. And those guys took care of business when their moment presented itself.
I'm saying this, but the Celtics have cut it to 17. I didn't think I'd be saying that here in the second quarter. They've scored 7 straight. Gasol misses and Pierce the rebound. Boy, if they could in the last 3.5 minutes of this quarter eat more into this lead. Nice pass. Rondo not looking to shoot. Out to Posey for 3. That's good. And it's a 14-point game. They sliced 10 points off very quickly.
And a bad play by Lamar Odom defensively, looking to help off of Rondo. Stay at home on the shooters, leaving Posey wide open.
And again, it started with posting up Kevin Garnett.
Bad pass and a turnover. Lakers have turned it over 8 times as we go to Michelle.
Well, Doc Rivers was saying to his team in that last huddle, let's just get it to 10. It ain't going to be easy, but let's get it to 10. I know you're thinking about the next home game. Focus on getting it to 10.
They've got it to 12, Michelle. 45-33 on a 12-0 run. And the Staples Center getting very quiet. Pierce on Bryant. Doesn't go for the fake. Nice defense. Odom. Fisher on the drive. Count it and 1. 3-point opportunity for Derek Fisher.
And just like Kevin Garnett on the other end, when you get the ball in the post, the defense collapse. Odom not forcing anything, puts the ball on the floor to Derek Fisher, not settling from the perimeter, gets into the paint, gets the basket and the foul.
2:36 remaining here in the second. Celtics trying to turn it around. Doc Rivers letting his team know, hey, it's still very early, despite the fact we're getting dismantled early on in the game.
But we got to fight on the floor, and we got to relax and play. 1 bucket at a time, all right? No reason to press, okay? Hey, we're right there, but we got to make plays.
His voice is changing.
You know, you say it's early, but it gets late early.
Thanks, Yogi.
No, seriously. You know, this whole idea that you ease yourself into game, this is a first quarter league. And when you're ready, you play from ahead and you play with a cushion, you can withstand that 12-0 run. But when you come out and you try to ease into the game and then you try to fight back, very rarely do you get all the way back and get over the hump.
There are great comebacks, but you're right. It doesn't always happen with a team crawls all the way back. Sometimes they make a game of it, but it takes its toll crawling all the way back. Back to 15. Fisher, an important bucket there to at least stop the momentum a bit. Rondo. Allen for 3. Way short, not a good shot.
And if you're Rondo, you have to recognize how you're being defended. Put the ball on the floor and think score first. Right now, he's putting it on the floor and think, where's the guy going to be open?
Odom to Gasol. Gasol the finish. And just like that, the lead back to 17.
but they're so small. The Celtics have downsized to play more quickness, but when Garnett helps on the pick and roll, there's no shot blocking at the basket.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Kevin Garnett screaming, or excuse me, Doc Rivers screaming on the defensive 3 seconds. And he got the call, so the technical foul. It's on Kobe Bryant.
Again, pick and roll. Garnett, the only 7-footer out there. So as Gasol rolls and Odom hits him high-low, there's no shot blocking at the basket.
And defensively, you have to realize when Kobe Bryant's coming off the score and when he's looking to set you up defensively to make the play high-low to Odom.
And technical free throw is good coming up at half. Stuart Scott, John Barry, Michael Wilbon, and James Worthy will be there for the T-Mobile halftime report. Analyze the first half. And an interesting story about Phil Jackson and his NBA journey.
I got his journey down pat. Win every year.
Posey for 3. That's good. James Posey knocks it down. And it's a 13-point game. They cut it to 12 moments ago before the Lakers went on a mini run. Posey 10 points here in the second quarter. A nice and needed boost offensively for Boston. Odom, the Radmanovich, blocked by Garnett. Boy, that was very close to being a goaltend. Posey back out to Rondo. Ray Allen for 3. And Gasol the rebound. Coming up on a minute remaining. Fisher drives right at Posey in a blocking foul. 3 fouls on Posey. Fisher, who struggled shooting in game 3, he'll get a couple of free throws. Doc Rivers, a point guard himself throughout his career in the NBA, trying to teach his young point guard.
And I love when Fisher puts the ball on the floor like he's doing tonight. Very good 3-point shooter, but when he attacks off long closeouts, when he attacks off the pick and roll, it adds another dimension, another penetrator to the Laker lineup besides Bryant.
Fisher trying to win his 4th NBA ring. Of course, you know Kobe Bryant was part of that Laker team that won 3 in a row along with Shaquille O'Neal, but Fisher was the 3rd leading scorer on those teams. And always coming up big in the playoffs. He's had great NBA finals. And he puts the Lakers back up by 15. Pierce inside, and he's fouled. Well, if that's on Bryant, and I think it is, that would be his 3rd. As Pierce will go to the line, Bryant wanted to charge. So 3 fouls on Kobe Bryant.
Good to see what Paul Pierce is doing. One time makes a play for somebody else. This time isolation situation. Beats Kobe Bryant to the spot before the help comes. Creates the contact and goes to the line. This is what the Celtics need offensively.
And in the restricted area there. Pierce's first free throw. Vujacic comes in as Bryant will sit the final 52 seconds with the 3 personals. So Posey with 3 and Bryant with 3, the only players in any kind of foul difficulty here in the first half. P.J. Brown's going to come in to make sure Kevin Garnett doesn't pick up his 3rd. Garnett has 2. Isn't that the type of thing, Jeff, where your assistants and somebody on the bench lets you know, hey, Garnett has 2, we don't want him to pick up the 3rd. Is that the type of thing you get on the bench?
Right, usually the trainer in the NBA actually tells you about fouls, but in this situation, down 14 or 13, depending on this free throw, I would have left Garnett in the game to try to finish this quarter with my best offensive and defensive lineup.
Final minute of what looked like it was going to be a blowout win for the Lakers, but the Celtics have themselves back in it, and the Lakers turn it over again. That's their 9th. Pierce makes his move. Tough shot, and Odom tips the rebound to himself.
There's no spacing on the floor when Pierce drives it because you have Brown in the game, Perkins in the game, and Rondo in the game.
And a smart play by Odom on the rebound, not looking to push it, being patient offensively.
5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Gasol inside, draws the foul, count it, and 1. Foul Gasol with a chance for a 3-point play.
and it's set up by the aggressiveness of Derek Fisher. You talk about him not settling from the perimeter, looks to put the ball on the floor, splits the pick and roll. Nice drop pass to Gasol in rhythm where he can finish and take the contact.
Perkins picks up his 3rd foul. Lakers have 15 assists in the first half. Excellent ball movement and excellent balance.
It's important that Pierce and Posey really block out. They both have length issues on this miss.
Solo negates that with their made free throw. Final seconds, first half. And Radmanovic just runs over Rondo. And Lakers in the penalty, so Rondo will shoot 2. Phil Jackson's team got off to that great start. Kevin Garnett and the Celtics back on their heels. None of them busting out. But what looked like it was going to be a blowout, at least they sliced some off the lead. Give them some thought as they go into the locker room, and Rondo misses a free throw.
You're the Celtics. The concern right now with 5.2 seconds to go. If the Lakers get the basketball, that's plenty of time to get a good look, and that's why Jackson inserts Jordan Farmer into the ballgame.
Rondo again sprained the ankle, started the game, was ineffective. I think more of his ineffective play than the ankle problem took him out. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. Plenty of time to get off the shot. Lakers trying to make it difficult on Farmar. Farmar at the buzzer, banks it in. Count the basket. It's a 2-pointer. And the Lakers finish in style from Jordan Farmar. The officials have to review it as the basket was scored with 0-0-0 on the clock. But it looked like no question Farmar's 2-pointer left his hand before the buzzer. Oh, wait a minute.
He was in a 3.
He was beyond the 3-point mark, and they'll look at that, and it's a 3. They change it. So good job by the officials in checking it. And Farmar with a 3-pointer. Initially ruled a 2. As the Lakers lead back up to 17. Let's go to Michelle.
Thank you. With Lamar Odom, what a night, what a start for you. Why is tonight going so much better than the first 3 games for you?
Focus, on the court, no foul trouble. It's allowing me to stay on the court and make plays, and I just blocked it all out and just try to prepare myself for the moment, which is tonight.
To be out there and to be scoring in waves like this against this team, what does it feel like for you guys?
Well, I mean, for me personally, it was a little embarrassing because they've been leaving me the whole series, and I haven't been making them pay. But it's a tribute to our defense whenever we score the ball like this.
Thanks, Lamar.
No problem.
Mike?
Well, Michelle, he said it's hard to help from the bench. He spent a lot of time on the bench and foul problems. Not the case here in the first half tonight. T-Mobile halftime report coming up with Stuart John, Michael Wilbon, and special guest James Worthy. We'll look at the first half and take a little journey with Phil Jackson. All coming up on the T-Mobile halftime report. Lakers trying to even up this NBA Finals at 2 games apiece. Came out like gangbusters. Went up by as many as 24. Celtics came back, cut it to 12 at one point, but there's still some frustration. Halftime. Here, game 4. Lakers by 18.
From the NBA Finals in Los Angeles, California, welcome to the T-Mobile Halftime Report.
Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom combined for just 13 points in Game 3. In the first half of Game 4, Gasol and Odom have combined for 25 points. Welcome to the T-Mobile Halftime Report. Stuart Scott, Mike Wilbon, John Barry, and big game, James Worthy. Explain something to me. The Lakers lead by 18 at halftime, and Kobe Bryant doesn't have one single basket. James, how?
Well, this has happened before. They're doing it by committee, and their benches come in with about 15 points. Kobe has 6 assists, so collectively, the Lakers are getting back to playing the team ball that they need to play to win.
You know, I didn't think it could get much worse for Boston after Game 3 when they were awful. But tonight, again, 35% shooting, crushed on the boards. I guess I'm going to have to start giving the Lakers defense some credit. They've been finally. They've been aggressive. Trevor Ariza, I thought, came off and gave him a tremendous lift. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end. They're just playing harder than the Boston Celtics.
Are the Celtics here? Are you certain those are the Celtics in
nice pick tonight,
uniforms?
Mike. Nice pick.
Yeah, nice pick by both of us. I mean, the Lakers came out and knew they had to play because they didn't really play in Game 3. This is their best effort, I would presume, James. That's a fair assumption. And they are getting it from everybody on the roster. Once again, the only thing I got right was that Kobe doesn't have to shoot the ball. He's a facilitator. It's working beautifully.
The Lakers' 21-point lead after the first quarter was an NBA Finals record for biggest lead after the first quarter. Fans, you voted Kobe Bryant the player of the game for Game 3. Text the last name of your choice for the Game 4 T-Mobile player of the game to 38657 from any wireless phone, or go to NBA.com/vote to vote online. Voting will be open through the end of the game. Standard rates apply. Now to the current NBA referee controversy. Earlier today, 2 former league referees told ESPN that federal investigators questioned them about referee Dick Bavetta while conducting their probe into former ref Tim Donaghy. Tonight, a half hour before tip-off, NBA Commissioner David Stern addressed the media and defended his referees against any allegations they were involved in altering NBA games.
I would just say, in light of the media coverage here, we will, go back and prospectively ask the questions of officials, in effect again, with respect of specific acts, even though there have been, even though they've all been interviewed, so that I could sit here in front of you, really on behalf of our officials who don't engage with you on a regular basis, to say no, 1,000 times no. Our officials try very hard, with complete integrity and honesty, to referee perfect games. That they fail in that makes them human, but not objects of the kind of ridicule and scorn to which they have been unfairly subjected for the last 3 days. The accusations that that we manipulate games that then get reported on are those accusations. The facts underlying those, they're false. We don't.
Still, though, what has distracted everyone from the Lakers-Celtics reunion are these distracting ideas, Michael Wilbon. What is the league's biggest concern right now?
Well, Stuart, it seems clear that David Stern's biggest concern is defending his officials. I wouldn't say that's the biggest problem confronting the league. The bigger problem is this larger skepticism that people are seeing. It's not just the media. That's easy. It's not just the media. We're talking about fans. We're talking about paying patrons who call all the time. We engage them all the time, and they want to know about this manipulation, which the commissioner spoke about. You're not going to be able to just simply blame Tim Donaghy and blame the media for that widespread, long-held perception, and that's going to have to be addressed at some point.
All right, Michael Wilbon, we appreciate the information. Still ahead of the T-Mobile Halftime Report, you do not want to miss Phil Jackson's NBA journey. We will show you footage of the Zen Master you have never seen before. You won't want to miss it. Stick around. We're coming right back here on ABC.
This halftime report brought to you by T-Mobile, the official telecommunications partner of the NBA. T-Mobile, stick together.
All the great ones are chasing other great ones. Tigers, 13 majors, chasing Jack Nicklaus's 18. Lakers coach Phil Jackson chasing the man who created the team that he's trying to beat. Phil tied with Celtic legend Red Auerbach with 9 NBA championships as a coach. And if anyone says that they would have predicted this for Phil 40 years ago, when the curly-haired Jackson was drafted 17th overall by the Knicks, they'd be lying. Phil Jackson began his career in the late 1960s as a role player with the New York Knicks. A free spirit, Jackson became the unlikely protege of the great Knicks coach Red Holtzman.
I learned some basketball. I learned a lot about how to handle people, and I learned a lot from my teammates about how to play together. We really believed, as players with the New York Knicks, that everybody had to be involved. There's the belief that everybody should touch the ball, everybody had to be a part of what we were doing.
New York
Knicks have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers, winning their second championship of all time.
That was the beginning of something that was to lead to this later life.
It's a journey that begins with a single step. It's a 1,000-mile journey. You've got to remember that each game is that step that you take along the way, as is each practice.
It's that law of the jungle, a poem that Rudyard Kipling wrote. Simply that the strength of the wolf is the pack. Is that we don't stand as individuals in this game. This is a team game. And that the stronger the bond is between players, that's where the strength becomes. And the wolf has to rely on the pack to fulfill what it's going to do. That's really basketball.
The Chicago Bulls have 3 straight NBA championships.
Phil was just a fascinating person who was willing to kind of try anything to motivate the team, to keep us interested. It's been pretty well documented. He would have these meditation sessions.
He has his whole Zen thing that he has a belief in. Once everybody's connected, then the picture is beautiful and the bond is stronger.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Although he's already won 9 championships, a lot of people think he has done his best job this season.
Got to be a little bit tougher than that. We didn't rise to that challenge until late in the ballgame. You guys have to be a little bit more physical and be able to take that abuse.
As Jackson has patiently molded a championship caliber team.
And they can prove it, and they show it by just putting them out there and letting them survive.
Everybody touching it. Vujacic a 3. Bang! A thing of beauty.
But it's a certain sense of satisfaction at seeing what you envisioned happen for these young men.
Some people may not understand his methods, but if you've played for him, you understand him completely and you know what he's about. I mean, he's just absolutely brilliant at bringing a group together to accomplish one common goal.
Now, this is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. And the wolf that keeps it shall prosper. The wolf that doesn't shall die. This law runs forward and back, that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack.
Here's a look at the 2 winningest head coaches in NBA history. Red coached 3 more seasons. Phil has a better win percentage in the regular season and playoffs, each with 9 NBA titles. And the thing about Phil Jackson, maybe more than any coach in the league, you never see him kick a chair or jump up and down screaming. He is always calm. He is always relaxed. His team with a big lead at halftime. Second half coming back.
This halftime report brought to you by T-Mobile, the official telecommunications partner of the NBA. T-Mobile, stick together. The second half is next after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
I got good news. Putting you in my fave 5.
This is real?
Yep. You in, baby.
Call me anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah, I watched the game from last night. Yes, sir.
You got to pass the ball more.
Now, I'm really in the middle of something.
I don't want to look too fat in high definition. You ever been to Amsterdam? That's why I don't eat shrimp. I want to come visit because I am really bored.
What is it, Chuck? What, Chuck? Hey, Chuck.
Call me back. We got a lot to talk about.
Who's in your Fave 5? My fave's from T-Mobile. Unlimited calls to your 5 favorite people.
This summer, the spot to find all new real drama, and we mean real drama, is at 10 on ABC. Tuesdays, journey to places where people live shockingly way outside the lines on The Outsiders. Wednesdays, how do you catch the ones who got away? Primetime crime. Thursdays, see the summer's most passionate and talked about new hospital drama, Hopkins. And Fridays, the amazing stories that will touch your life are on 2020. For all new real drama this summer, ABC 10/9 Central is the spot.
Circuit City is the place for simply great Father's Day gifts. Right now, all Garmin GPS are on sale. Save $50 on this widescreen Nuvi 200, just $199.99. And get a free Circuit City gift card worth up to $30 with any iPod 149 and up. Get great savings on digital cameras, too. Save $20 on the 7-megapixel Canon, now only $179.99. Can't decide? Then make Dad's Day with a gift card. For simply great gifts, it's Circuit City. Simplicity guaranteed.
Get ready for a good time at your Toyota dealer with up to $4,000 in total savings on Tundra or 0% 5-year financing. How can I resist? Go with a tough Tacoma and $1,000 cash back or as low as 0% financing. Now's a good time to get great deals at your Toyota dealer.
Comcastic Labs high-speed internet field test. Introduction of Power Boost. We never stop making fast, faster. Comcast high-speed internet with Power Boost.
The first warning of severe weather. ABC2 works for you.
We got to make plays, guys, defensively. Defensively. We start making plays, the scoring will come. But we have to make plays.
You got to go out and win this third quarter. You go out to win the third quarter.
Well, Phil Jackson's Lakers certainly won the first half, especially the first quarter. You're in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Lakers trying to even things up at 2 apiece right now. They've got an 18-point lead as we get set to start. Quarter number 3. And hello, everyone. Just a tremendous performance from Lakers right from the start, Jeff. I mean, you look about offensive efficiency. It's just tremendous.
Well, and one of the reasons is that they can pass with all 5 players. Their bigs pass as well as their perimeter players, and you saw that on display in the first half.
And this is our Coors Light Cool Tracks.
And here's a great example. You got Lamar Odom leading the break. He touches it to Gasol, who touches it right back to Odom. And again, you're going to see bigs passing to bigs. Bryant off the pick and roll, finds Odom at the free throw line area. Good touch pass to Gasol. Great player tracker action. And then again, Odom to Gasol off the pick and roll of Bryant. Tremendous big-to-big passing for the Lakers.
And they rack up 58 points. In Game 3, even in the win, they only had 87. Good balance, open three-pointers, even some second-chance opportunities as they out-rebounded the Celtics by 10 in that first half. All right, for the Celtics, Mark, what has to be the key thing to turn around here in the second half?
Well, Doc Rivers touched on it during the wire. It starts on the defensive end. They have to find ways to get stops, and that good defense will create good offense.
And the third quarter has belonged to the Celtics so far in this series. You saw those numbers. And the Celtics certainly need a big third quarter here to get back in the game. They were down by as many as 24, have never led in this one, as Pierce quickly draws a foul, and we'll send it to Michelle.
Well, you guys heard Doc Rivers telling his team we've got to make plays, and he told me coming out of the locker room specifically on loose balls, he feels the Lakers are making more plays on things like loose balls, the little things, than they are. I asked him if this is such a high hurdle that they have to expend so much energy to get over it that almost seems impossible, and he said, we've got 2 days off after this. There's plenty of time to rest later. Mike?
Well, that idea of loose balls and hustle plays, he felt the same thing after Game 3. As Pierce knocks down the first free throw.
And what you don't want to do as a Celtic player right now is think that you're going to take over the game on the offensive end. It's not about that. It's about taking over the game defensively.
But having been there as a coach, sometimes you don't tell the whole truth. When you're asked by a reporter, if you were telling the whole truth, you say, we have gotten as poor a point guard play as you could have in a final. And they are totally, I have never seen a team totally neglect one player like they are neglecting Rondo with Kobe Bryant.
If you don't tell the truth, I think you should apologize to Mark for lying to him, right?
You tell the truth as an announcer, but you can't always tell the truth.
Garnett.
As a coach.
Garnett trying to get himself on track, knocks that one down. Kevin Garnett with his 4th field goal, and it's 14.
If you're the Lakers, you don't mind that shot. You're keeping Garnett at the top of the key. You have to make a tough contested jump shot. You don't mind that. That's good defense.
Bryant and Pierce. Kobe Bryant puts it in. That's his first field goal.
And Mike, I want to go back to the Celtics point guard play. It wasn't just Rondo. Eddie House came in there, missed wide open shots. Cassell, the same thing. And I like what Rondo's doing right there. Make him play you. You cannot be ignored. And if he has to shoot 4, 5, 6, 7 straight times, so be it.
And you send him the message. By being unselfish, you're hurting your basketball team. They're daring you to be a scorer. You have to make them pay the price.
Gasol left open. Rondo gets a hand up. And Garnett the rebound. Even if he misses several in a row. Again, he drives, finds Perkins. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Still Celtic ball.
Just like here, they're running a little screen and roll. Just by it driving to score is so critical. Too often, Rondo drives to pass. And when you're playing against a team 7 straight times, they start to notice tendencies. So he's got to think score first on his penetration.
Again, Kobe Bryant has been guarding him the last couple of games. And as Jeff mentioned, backing off him. Garnett, wide open shot, short. Ray Allen, the offensive rebound. Boards have belonged to the Lakers so far tonight. Pierce to Garnett. Garnett drives on Gasol, stops and banks it in, and it's a 12-point game. Celtics slowly chipping away.
Kevin Garnett puts so much pressure on your defense when he catches the ball on the block. Has the skills to take a turnaround jump shot and also put the ball on the floor.
Fisher to Bryant. Back out. Odom. He's not a three-point shooter. Drives to the basket. Draws the foul. Perkins is hurt. He's holding his left shoulder. Perkins quickly walks over to the Celtic bench. That's 4 on Perkins, but this right now, the injury more important. Eddie Lacerte, the head athletic trainer, attending to him. He's in some pain. He's a tough kid, too. There's Brian McKean, the doctor. And right away, he grabbed it. He's going back to the locker room.
See, Doc Rivers realized immediately when he walked over to Perkins, began to walk away upset that his big guy had to go in the back.
Think about it. How often have you seen this number of players in one series get hurt? Pierce, Rondo,
Perkins'
and now
second injury. He had that ankle injury earlier, and now the shoulder. So Odom having just a fabulous game. Not just the 16 points, he's got 8 rebounds as well. And Perkins in a lot of pain. That man had some terrific games here in the postseason as one of the support players behind the big 3. Pierce, DJ Brown left open. Can't get it to go. Garnett can't control the board. Gasol's done a better job on the boards too. Radmanovic lays it in.
Just look at the skill level of Lamar Odom and what he can do on the floor. Catches it on the run. The beautiful touch pass back to Radmanovic.
He's got 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. That's Lamar Odom. Garnett misses. Garnett said, and the entire Celtic team felt they settled for too many jumpers in Game 3. You guys talked about it over and over again. Just good things happen when he posts up.
Well, if I'm a coach against the Celtics, I understand Kevin Garnett is a superior player. If he's going to beat me, it's going to have to be from the perimeter.
Kobe Bryant fires away. That's good. Hand in his face, and the lead is back to 18.
A very interesting switch, putting Pierce on Bryant to start the second half. I thought Ray Allen had done a very good job against Kobe Bryant.
Garnett throws it out of bounds. Some miscommunication as the Celtics turn it over for the 10th time.
Well, this is just very good defense by Pierce. Better offense. Jab step jumper. Good contest by Pierce.
And you see what Doc Rivers decided to do. Takes P.J. Brown out of the ball game. Brings in James Posey. So he's going small across the board.
The small lineup has worked on several occasions throughout the playoffs.
but it's also a lineup born out of desperation, too. This is not how they normally play, but when you're down 18, what you're trying to do is capture some energy, stretch the floor with more three-point shooting, hopefully have more speed for some transition opportunities.
Pierce and Bryant. Odom shuffled his feet and nearly throws it away. Radmanovic tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds. Celtic ball. Celtics need Paul Pierce. He's just 2 of 6 from the field. Of course, it's been a homecoming for Pierce. Went to Inglewood High School, which is right by the old LA Forum. Grew up a big Laker fan. We've talked about it. Hated the Celtics as a kid. Struggled in game 3 here in his hometown. And struggling tonight as well. Rondo. Posey, that's a 3. Short. And Gasol, his 8th board. Just over 4 minutes gone by here in the third. Lakers have led the entire game by a comfortable margin. Radmanovic. Shot clock at 7. Bryant lifts up. Odom tips the rebound to himself. Poked away by Rondo. Odom trying to post up Ray Allen. A mismatch there. Kobe Bryant finding Gasol. Fisher. Nice fake. 2-pointer. Lead is back to 20. Timeout. Celtics. Once again, the Lakers answer back after a mini Celtic run. LA with 8 straight points again.
Well, Lakers, the best offensive team in the NBA. Gasol on a touch pass to Fisher. Great shot fake by Fisher. Knocks in the jumper. And the great facilitator, Kobe Bryant. Lakers up 20.
NBA cares about the community. Yesterday, continuing a finals tradition, the NBA, Toyota, and the Lakers teamed up to dedicate a new reading and learning center at the Boys and Girls Club of Santa Monica. Commissioner David Stern on hand. A technology lab with brand new laptop computers. A library complete with Lakers memorabilia. Lots of new books, carpeting, furniture. The center provides for so many local kids with a safe environment for many years to come. The NBA, where caring happens. There were courtside seats being sold for $22,000 each. Two of them. $22,000.
That means the Smiths had to pay $44 grand to come tonight. Well, Will Smith?
We don't know if they're the ones that bought those.
Did it take you that long to figure out 22,000 plus 22,000?
I was caught.
House the rebound.
Just like a hesitation dribble gives you time to make a decision, so too in math.
Garnett. Takes it back out. Ray Allen. Allen finding an open James Posey for 3. In and out. That one halfway down before Gasol with his 9th rebound.
But again, with Eddie House on the floor, they're going to be able to spread the floor more than with Rondo on the floor.
Nice give and go. Radmanovic got hit. Shot won't go, but he'll go to the line.
And this is what makes the Lakers so dangerous on the offensive end. Everybody can catch, everybody can make a play, and most importantly, everybody can pass the basketball. You pass the ball on the block, good things happen. Sharp, crisp, cut to the hoop. The handoff from Gasol to Radmanovic, that's just solid basketball, tough to defend.
Vladimir Radmanovic to the line. This is his 7th year in the league. Lakers are his 3rd team. Started out with Seattle, played with the Clippers. Young man who grew up in Yugoslavia, war-torn country during his childhood, had a rough childhood. And now here in the NBA, and at times can be an explosive player. He's the one, though, that Phil Jackson has a couple of names for him, including the Space Cadet, he's called him. Tends to get out there sometime. I remember watching him in a World Championship game years ago playing for Yugoslavia. His coach got into an argument with him at halftime, kicked him off the team, and he sat in the stands in his uniform for the second half. Pierce to the basket, banks it in. And 70-52.
You know, that happened to me in high school. This kid, Buddy Lester, Rockport High School, he just took off at halftime and went and sat in the stands. It was so weird. I can just imagine in a game like that.
Were you coaching or were you a teammate, Brad?
No, I was a teammate. He wasn't getting time or touches. Hey, it happens at every level.
How about he does that and then you give Buddy Lester a shout out.
Eddie House for three. That's good. No, 5 quick points by the Celtics. It's back to 15.
But see, that's how you're going to create better shots. But they need Rondo's strengths. You know, the Celtics would be great if they could play House at the offensive end and Rondo at the defensive end, like Iowa girls basketball.
Ryan has it as we come up on 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Pierce guarding in. Turnaround shot. Block. Pierce. Excellent defensive play. And then the outlet. Here comes Ray Allen up for the layup and a hard foul from Fisher. Hard but clean. And Allen will shoot 2.
I really like the way that Paul Pierce has come out to play. Offensively, looking to put the ball on the floor, be aggressive, and then defensively. Guarding Kobe Bryant, help doesn't come, forces him to spin baseline, contest, and then the outlet pass, putting Ray Allen in position for transition, gets fouled.
And I mentioned earlier why the change. Maybe that's why the change was made, so they didn't have to double Kobe Bryant in the post like they do when Ray Allen's guarding him. And if that's the case, being able to stay at home more and make him a jump shooter in the post, that's a good switch by Doc Rivers.
Meanwhile, he's still without Kendrick Perkins. Let's get an update from Michelle.
Well, and outside the Celtics locker room, Mike, and Kendrick Perkins is still inside. He may return to this game. He's got a left shoulder strain. That's what they're calling it right now, but he's undergoing some further evaluation by team Dr. Brian McKeon. They say he may return, so we'll keep an eye on it, Mike.
All right, Michelle, thank you. 7 straight points, though, for Boston right now. Every time they get to within 12 or 13, Lakers go on another run. Good aggressive defense that time, almost a steal. Bryant, alley-oop to Gasol. A broken play turns into a dunk for the Lakers.
Outstanding read by Kobe Bryant, recognizing he had enough time, went up to shoot, and found Gasol.
7th assist of the game for Kobe Bryant. He has as many assists as points. Garnett doubled. Posey wide open for 3. Won't go. From 3-point range, they're 5 for 18.
But those are good looks. They're just going to have to make them.
Lamar Odom lost it out of bounds. They say last touch by Posey.
I think if you're Lamar Odom, you have to recognize there's 4 smalls on the floor for the Celtics. You're being defended by James Posey. Find a way to get into the paint and make plays towards the basket.
Posey pokes it away.
Thank you.
13 on the shot clock as they inbound. Odom and a travel. What do they call? No, they call a foul first on Posey. He tried to do that. Lift the chair out from underneath. That defensive play we've seen. Instead, it's his 4th foul. Doc Rivers didn't like the call. Sometimes, though, when guys try and do it, they grab the jersey. There.
I think prior to the catch, grabbed the jersey, but that looked like a clean defensive play by Posey.
Odom kicks it out. Fisher for 3. A rainbow shot won't go, and Ray Allen the rebound. Allen looking for an opening. Eddie House, nice feed to Posey, and the layup. Pretty pass from Eddie House, and it's back to 13 again. Crowd trying to get fired up again. This place was rocking early as the Lakers went up by as many as 24 points. Celtics have tried to chip away. Gasol, bank shot in and out. Radmanovich with a rebound. Fisher inside, poked away and stolen. Dangerous pass. Ray Allen to the basket and banks it in, and it's 11. This is the closest they've been since the opening minutes, and Phil Jackson calls timeout. Celtics right back in this game with 2:58 remaining in the third.
Well, right now the Lakers has a size and strength advantage, but the Celtics are scrapping, digging out loose balls. Here, 2-on-1 break. Ray Allen to the rim. That's got to be a foul by Radmanovic. Very good early start to this third quarter by the Celtics.
The NBA Finals on ABC, brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors. Hop in, it's go time. Sprite with Lyman. And Universal Pictures' Hellboy 2. Believe it or not, he's the good guy. In theaters July 11th, rated PG-13.
Welcome back to Los Angeles here at the Staples Center. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Celtics lead it 2-1. Well, boy, do they came out with a flourish here to start. 35-14 after one. Of course, game 1, Paul Pierce was terrific after coming back from the knee injury. He had 22 points. Celtics took the opener. Pierce was magnificent again in game 2. Got some help from Leon Poe. And Boston held serve for the first 2 games at the New Garden. And Kobe Bryant with a 36-point performance. Got some help from Sasha Vujacic. And the Lakers get on the board in the finals. Here in game 4, they've led by as many as 24 points in the first half. The Celtics now have cut it to 11. Closest they've been since about midway through the first. Bryant the runner. Shot won't go. Rebound fought for and taken by Garnett. As the Celtics slowly have chipped away at the lead. Eddie House out there. The lone bench player, actually Posey as well, with the big 3, Pierce, Garnett, and Allen. And an offensive foul is called on Garnett on a moving screen. That's his third.
You talk about the end of the last game when Vujacic made the point that Garnett had a bunch of illegal screens. Obviously, the back screen does not allow Ariza the room to defend. Offensive foul by KG.
Trevor Ariza getting some big minutes and performing very well. Another one of those unlikely players coming up big in an NBA Finals game. Gasol backs in. Nice fake. Stripped by Posey, but a whistle and a foul. Is it Posey or Garnett? It's Posey, and that's a break for the Celtics. Although Posey has 5, maybe not such a break. It would have been Garnett's 4th.
See the chess match being played by both coaches. Phil Jackson decides to go small, puts in Trevor Ariza, so he now has 4 perimeter guys on the floor along with 1 big.
Gasol knocks down the first. He's having a better game, 13 points and 9 rebounds. Meanwhile, checking in for the first time is Tony Allen. Doc Rivers deciding to go with Allen. Allen hasn't played at all in the finals. He hurt his Achilles at practice playing one-on-one during the Eastern Conference Finals. Hasn't played the last 5 games. Hasn't played a heck of a lot at all in the postseason. He's like their 3rd-string point guard and backup 2 guard as well.
And he's the guy that really won the game here in LA in the regular season when the Celtics were shorthanded, came up big, really playing the point guard position then.
Pierce to the basket. Lots of contact, counted, and a foul. What a move from Pierce, and a chance for a 3-point play as the lead is cut to 10.
Everything good happens when you get the ball into the paint. Here, Ariza just bodying up. Good rip-through move by Pierce. Great use of his strength and the ability to go up on one side, finish on the other to protect the ball versus shot blockers. Tremendous finish by Pierce.
And bad defense by Ariza. The help was toward the middle of the floor. No one was at home on the weak side. Allowed him to go baseline uncontested.
Pierce, 8 of his 14 have come here in the third. And for the first time since very early in this game, in the opening minutes, the Celtics have it to single digits. A 14-3 run, and it's a 9-point game with still a whole quarter to play. Gasol poked away. Ariza has it. He's tied up. Bryant to Gasol. Nice pass. Gasol can't finish. And Tony Allen the rebound. Garnett. Foul by Gasol. Lakers not in the penalty yet. 2 on Pau Gasol.
Give Kevin Garnett a lot of credit, not quitting on the play. The touch pass by Bryant to Gasol doesn't allow him the easy one, but if you're Gasol, that has to be at the rim. That's a basket and a foul. You're too big and too skilled to get that shot blocked.
Celtics trying to do something that the Lakers did, although they didn't win it in game 2. Remember that game in Boston? Celtics were up by 24 with 7.5 to play in the 4th. Lakers had that huge run, cut it to 2. They came up short. Meanwhile, it's the Celtics tonight who were down by as many as 24. Garnett, the extra pass, House for 3, puts it in, and it's 73-67, a 6-point game.
Good ball movement starts with the penetration. Mistake by Jordan Farmar. You cannot leave a shooter wide open. That's not your responsibility to help.
And still over a minute to play here in the 3rd. A 17-3 run for the Boston Celtics. Kobe Bryant fires away. Rebound tipped and taken by Ray Allen. Vujicic with his harassing defense. Final minute of what has been, again, another strong 3rd quarter for the Boston Celtics. Every game in the series, they've won the 3rd. Ray Allen to the basket, and he's fouled on the pass. But he'll shoot free throws as the Lakers in the penalty.
Not to belabor the point, but when you put 5 guys who can shoot on the floor, everyone's got more opportunities. There, as Mark said, a mistake by Farmar starting to rotate up, which left House open. But it's because House can spread the floor to the 3-point line. That's what opens up passing angles.
You see the 3rd quarter score tonight. Paul Pierce has been a part of that. Ray Allen as well. Allen has had a terrific series. Hits that free throw. Ray Allen averaging a team-leading 20 points per game, shooting 51% in the series. Those are his numbers tonight. But after that shooting slump earlier in the playoffs, he's been tremendous.
Well, he's been spectacular on both ends of the floor. Really has been consistent and steady.
And this crowd absolutely stunned as the Celtics have climbed back from 24 down in the first half, from 20 down here in the 3rd, to a 4-point deficit. Bryant looks up at the shot clock, fixes his sleeve. Vujicic, Farmar, shot clock at 3, has to throw it up. Air ball, Ray Allen the rebound. And the Celtics will hold it for the final shot of the 3rd quarter.
If I'm Ray Allen, I'm going to use Vujicic's aggressiveness against him and try to get another foul call.
Final seconds, P.J. Brown dunks it with 1.7 remaining, and it's a 2-point game. Vujicic, that'll count if it goes. Not a bad attempt, but off the mark. And the Celtics on a 21-3 run climb back to within 2. An unbelievable turnaround on the road for the Boston Celtics as they outscore them 31-15 here in the quarter. Celtics trying to take a 3-1 lead in this best-of-7 series. Lakers trying to even things up. 2-point game as we head to the 4th quarter of Game 4 of the Finals.
We got to compete if we want to win. We can't pout and mope. We got to compete, all right? Let's go. Do you believe? All right, let's go. Fighting. Never stop believing, baby.
Back in Los Angeles, a huge 3rd quarter run by the Celtics, and that leaves the Lakers up by 2. How did Boston get back in this thing?
I don't know. How'd they do it?
You're supposed to know, not me.
Well, momentum's a strange girl. She really jumped on the other side of the ship. And, you know, we just did things down there offensively that would put us in bad situations. So they got transition game going and their half-court game going. Paul Pierce, a lot of effort in that half.
What does momentum do now? What do you do to try to get it back on your side?
It'll come back. We'll be all right.
Thank you, Phil. Mike?
Well, he always seems poised as his team was up by 24 in the first half. Justin Timberlake trying to root them on, but Kevin Garnett and the Celtics never say die attitude.
Tell you what, we know what we have in Phil Jackson, but Doc Rivers has done an outstanding job of coaching his team and not panicking, and they really have taken his attitude and approach.
Pierce on Bryant. Shot clock down to 6. There's the double. Bryant lobs it in. Ronny Turiaf hammered by P.J. Brown, and he'll shoot 2. Some important bench players out there right now for the Lakers. They've got Odom and Bryant, but then Turiaf, Farmar, and Vujicic. And Turiaf will get a chance at the line now.
And we can talk about Paul Pierce looking to attack offensively in that third quarter, but I thought just as important was the job he did on Kobe Bryant defensively in that entire quarter, limiting the amount of help needed, contested and contained the best player in the world.
And because the Lakers are up by so many points, Kobe Bryant, we haven't talked so much about his lack of scoring.
Your job is to keep him in front of you, make him work, limit the amount of help that you need, and then when help does come, make sure you get back attached to his body. An outstanding job by Pierce.
You have Kobe Bryant vacillating between best player in the world and best player on the planet. What's the difference?
Just like to use different words.
Exactly.
Turiaf misses both free throws. Bryant's just 2 for 11 from the field. Pierce jump shot. Short. Oh, trying to keep it alive, and a loose ball foul against the Lakers. Celtics will get a new 24.
I think he had control of that, and it was a shooting foul. I disagree with Tom Washington here.
So he calls it a loose ball foul. Either way, Celtics with a chance to score here.
That's control, and that's a shot. That's 2 free throws.
I don't know if he got full control there.
Well, even Doc Rivers on the sideline upset with that call. He felt the same way that coach.
We'd be begging for every call coaches do.
P.J. Brown back to Pierce. Pierce on a drive, pulls up, and offensive foul on Pierce, pushing off. That's just his first, as the Lakers will get it back.
And you see the adjustment also by Phil Jackson to start this quarter. He puts Kobe Bryant back on Pierce, realizing the damage that Pierce did in that third quarter.
And if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about real hard about getting Kevin Garnett back into that game so we can post the ball again.
Bryant, that's a 2-pointer off the mark. Vujicic tracks down the rebound. Just over a minute gone by here in the fourth. You're just tuning in. Lakers had a 24-point lead in the first half. Vujicic won't go that time, and Poe tracks down the rebound. They're up by 20 in the third, but the Celtics have come back within 2. Ray Allen on the drive, finds Eddie House for a 2-pointer. Too strong. P.J. Brown tracks down the rebound. And they'll reset. Foul on Vujicic, over-aggressive on his defense off the ball against Ray Allen. That would be his 3rd foul, and the 2nd on the Lakers.
Both guys fighting, getting up on the floor. Vujicic, veteran move. That's a scissor move. This isn't wrestling.
He has it right in front of Jabby, as you can see. Deion Poe wants the ball. Poe, big game. Back in Boston in game 2. Backs in, jump shot, banks it in. And the Celtics have come back from 24 down to tie the game. What a turnaround for Boston here on the road. Crowd anxious now. Kobe Bryant, the winner. Short, Allen the rebound. Kobe Bryant just 2 of 13 from the field. Allen to Brown, to Poe, inside, won't go. Tip, that misses as well, and Vujicic the rebound. Lakers have led this entire game. Kobe Bryant up and under. Oh, what a sensational move. Just his 3rd field goal, but it puts them back up by 2.
And we are watching some of the best defense on the floor so far by Pierce and Bryant, competing against each other on both ends.
Pierce doubled. Eddie House. Back to Pierce. Shot clock at 5. Pierce on the drive. Tough shot with a hand in his face. He puts it in. And we're tied again.
That's good D, but better offense. You're talking about two superior offensive guys finding a way to will the basketball in.
One of the young Lakers out on the floor here at crunch time of Game 4 of the finals. And a blocking foul on Pierce. His second and the team's second. Two heavyweight players battling here in Game 4 of the NBA Finals.
Well, Bryant has struggled all night, but here in transition, pick and roll mistake by the Celtics. Bryant, head of steam, gets all the way to the rim, and then as the shot clock is winding down, Pierce, an excellent individual offensive move, the pull-up jumper against a good contest by Bryant. And Kevin Garnett said, that's nasty.
The NBA Finals on ABC. Brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Hancock, starring Will Smith. In theaters July 2nd, rated PG-13. And Volkswagen. Meet Tiguan. Volkswagen's first compact SUV is now in America.
Aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Get there on Comfort Tread Technology. Staples Center, Game 4 of the NBA Finals between the Celtics and the Lakers. The series will continue Sunday, Game 5 right back here at the Staples Center. And then, if necessary, returns to Boston for Game 6 on Tuesday, Game 7 Thursday. The game's all on ABC. Tip-off shortly after 9 Eastern. Meanwhile, for the Lakers, they were up 24. It's now tied. And no team in NBA Finals history has ever come back to win the championship after falling behind 3-1 in the series. As the Celtics win tonight, they'll be up 3-1. And right now, the Lakers have lost their rhythm. 3 on the shot clock. Odom way off, and Eddie House the rebound. This crowd has become very quiet. So nervous right now. Garnett, single coverage Odom. Here comes the help. Garnett spins away. Shot won't go. And Farmar the rebound.
And we're witnessing outstanding defense on both ends of the floor. That was solid D by Odom on one end, contesting and keeping Kevin Garnett in front of him, forcing him to take a tough.
Bryant looking. Two-pointer. It's good. Lakers back up by 2. We talk about it all the time. Nobody closes a game better than Kobe Bryant. He's been off most of the night. And that doesn't matter come fourth quarter time. Eddie House the jump shot. And Farmar the rebound. Seven and a half remaining. Bryant. Up and under. Short that time. And Garnett able to grab it.
Boston has to keep their pace up the floor. They were going well when it was a transition game, now settling for half court.
Kevin Garnett, tough shot, knocks it down. 12 points from Garnett, and we're tied again at 77.
That's a big-time move by Kevin Garnett. Good contest by Turiaf, but Garnett stealing.
Turiaf throws it back out. Vujacic. Turiaf with the jump shot. Too strong, and Eddie House helping out on the boards. Paul Pierce, after a struggle in the first half, getting it going a bit here in the second half. Garnett finds P.J. Brown. Brown puts it up. Shot won't go. Vujacic the rebound. Celtics have had numerous opportunities to take a lead, but have come up empty every time. Odom gets it to go. 8 for 10 from the field is Odom, and the Lakers back up by 2.
The advantage that you get when you push the ball in transition, bigs trailing the play. Odom, good job catching the finish.
8 assists for Kobe Bryant, and a night where he's shooting 4 for 16 from the field. And a blocking foul on Turiaf. That's going to be the 3rd team foul on the Lakers. 2 on Turiaf. Posey comes in for P.J. Brown.
Come on, offensively for the Celtics, you have Kevin Garnett. Use him properly. They put him on the block. His ability to have length and separate himself, a big-time post-up play.
The Celtics going with that small unit that helped them in the third quarter. Lakers counter by bringing Pau Gasol back in the game.
I like the move by Doc Rivers because you can not defend P.J. Brown. You can overhelp on him. When you substitute Posey, he's a knockdown shooter, so everybody has to be accountable.
Midway point, fourth quarter. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Lakers clinging to a 2-point lead. Pierce on the pull-up. Too strong. Farmar another rebound. And Pierce hurt himself after that shot. Bryant to the basket and the jam. Pierce grimacing down the other end of the floor after he missed a shot, holding his right ankle. He says he's okay to Kevin Garnett, and now will walk off the floor. As Kobe Bryant with another big play to put the Lakers up by 4. The MVP of the NBA trying to win a championship for the Lakers.
There are heroes. There are superheroes. And then there's Hancock.
Kobe Bryant trying to get the Lakers even in this series of 2 games apiece. You see his start in the fourth quarter. He had 13 points in the fourth quarter of game 2. He had 10 points in the fourth quarter of game 3. As the Lakers now lead by 4. Lakers in the playoffs 10-0 when leading heading into the final period. They were nursing a 2-point lead to start the period. Right now lead by 4. LA undefeated at home in this postseason. 9-0. Allen falls down, gets it to Garnett. Allen back out corner to Posey. That's a 3. It's good. Posey from downtown, and it's a 1-point game again.
See the difference? If you overhelp with Posey on the floor, you have to pay the price. A small power forward, but can stretch the floor, catches, and knocks down a big jump.
81-80 Lakers with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Here's trying to fight over the screen. Bryant to the basket. Bank shot off the mark. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Posey. The shot did not hit the rim, so there's only 6 left on the shot clock. Bryant will inbound. 6 to shoot. Gasol trying to make his move on Garnett. Stops, forces it up, puts it in. Tough shot from Pau Gasol.
And I think it's crucial if the Celtics are going to play small, then Gasol and Odom have to dominate the paint.
Garnett trying to dominate the paint, draws the foul. And he'll go to the line as Gasol picks up his 3rd.
6 seconds left on the shot clock. Bryant, the play was for him for dribble handoff. Couldn't be accomplished. Garnett, not a good individual defensive possession, but a tough shot in traffic for Pau Gasol. And thank you, Pau, for not going to the chest bump to show that you got heart.
Nothing wrong with the chest bump.
Garnett's first free throw is good. Text the last name of your choice for the T-Mobile player of the game to 38657 from any wireless phone, or go to NBA.com/vote. The vote online. The winner will be announced at the end of tonight's game. You're just tuning in. The Celtics were getting run off the floor early, trailed by 22 points in the first quarter, by 24 in the second. The lead was still 20 in the third, but they come back to tie it several times, but have yet to take the lead. As they try and take a 3-1 lead in the series, Lakers desperately trying to hold on. Odom looks up at the shot clock. He had a big start. Odom backs in, layup won't go. Pierce tips it. And the Celtics with possession again. Another chance to take the lead. Many in the crowd on their feet here at the Staples Center. Eddie House, quick jump shot. It's good. And the Celtics have their first lead of the game with 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth.
And Eddie House is a knockdown shooter. Doesn't matter how many he missed, he's going to remain confident.
Double figures for House with 10. Gasol knocked away by Ray Allen. A bad pass and a turnover. And the Celtics call timeout with 3:48 remaining, and this crowd is stunned.
And the Celtics have made some great adjustments in their pick-and-roll defense. They're softer on the screener, which is taking away those high-low passes that we saw in the first half.
One of the great comebacks in Celtic history. ESPN's coverage of the U.S. Open Golf Championship continues Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern from the South Course at Torrey Pines in San Diego. Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, Adam Scott all playing in a group together in the afternoon. Phil Mickelson even after the first round. Tiger +1, Scott +2. U.S. Open Championship. And Justin Hicks and Kevin Streelman at 3 under. Always some unknown players to start. Meanwhile, Eddie House, not an unknown player, but he has played a big role in this comeback. Celtics by 1, 84-83. Pierce. Three-pointer for Pierce. Short. And Ray Allen with a rebound. Allen with 9 rebounds in the game.
And Paul Pierce wanting the basketball, realizing that Farmer was on him. Now it's a 1-4, looking to get to his spot.
Allen on the drive to the basket, up and under, squeezes it in. And it's a 3-point lead for the Celtics with 3:13 remaining. Boston trying to pull off one of the greatest comebacks in NBA playoff history. 3 minutes left. Lakers now find themselves down by 3 in a game they led by as many as 24. Vujacic knocked away by Allen, gets it back. 2 on the shot clock, has to put it up. Odom the offensive rebound. Back to Vujacic. He wanted to shoot that one. Bryant on the drive, trying to create some space. Back out, Farmar for 3. Here's the rebound with 2.5 remaining. Boston Celtics with a 3-point lead in an incredible turnaround here on the road. Garnett, hot step in the paint, and gets the bounce. They're up by 5, 88-83. Timeout Lakers with 2:10 remaining. An 8-0 run as the Celtics getting it done here in Game 4 down the stretch.
Ray Allen has been the Celtics' consistently best player in this series. A great baseline drive, up and under on his way down. Kisses it off the glass, and then a mismatch late in the clock. Garnett, hard drive left, great jump stop, the high release jumper. Celtics up 5.
2:10 remaining, fourth quarter of Game 4. Celtics trying to go up 3-1 in these NBA Finals. They've overcome a 24-point first half deficit and now lead by 5. Mark Jackson, what's the key to this?
Well, the key is defensively, the Celtics got it done. You're talking about 25 points in the second half. Good job of executing defense.
Foul down the other end. What do the Lakers have to do now, Jeff?
Well, I like the move Phil Jackson made. Put in the unit that made the comeback in the fourth quarter in Game 2. Radmanovic at the 4 spot to spread the floor, to give Bryant the room that he needs. That time it paid dividends. He drove it to the rim, and because they couldn't help off the 4 spot, he's going to the free throw line.
Pierce picking up his 3rd foul. Bryant knocks it down. Again, this would be one of the greatest comebacks in NBA playoff history. Celtics involved in the greatest. That was a game back in 2002, the Eastern Conference Finals against New Jersey. They were down 21 at home to start the fourth quarter. It was Game 3. Came back and won it in a game they trailed by as many as 26. The biggest lead for the Lakers in this was 24. 3-point game, just under 2 to play. Bryant harassing Pierce. Bryant pulls back as Garnett gets it back to Pierce. Pierce on the drive, draws contact. And it's Pierce who will go to the line with 1:44 remaining. And the Celtics leading by 3.
It's a bad job defensively by Gasol. If you're going to trap the pick and roll, you cannot allow Paul Pierce to get around you. Your job is to stop the basketball here when he isos, pick and roll. You got to stop. He's zoning the area, allowing Paul Pierce to get into the seams of the defense. That's bad defense by Gasol.
His 4th foul. Pierce from the line, 5 for 5 tonight. Celtics are 19 of 22, 86%. And a miss. Pierce has hit some clutch free throws in the playoffs. Game 2 of this series. In the Game 7 victory against Cleveland, he's knocked down some very big free throws.
It shows you the luxury of Paul Pierce, too. He's the guy bringing the ball up the floor for the Celtics.
Crowd trying to rattle him. And he makes 1 of 2. It's a 4-point game. Celtics still have a foul to give. Both teams still with multiple timeouts. Bryant, foul by Pierce. There's the foul to give. And they're going to call it on the floor, so the Lakers will inbound.
To me, the decision for the Celtics is Kobe Bryant is going to be in the middle of the floor. He's going to attack the basket. Who do you help off of? And I would still help off Radmanovic. He's just come back in the game. I'm not allowing Kobe Bryant to go to the rim without help.
He did it at the end of Game 3 and hit a couple of big buckets with Ray Allen the only man on him. Bryant against Pierce. Drives in. There's Garnett. Bryant puts it in. Tough shot. And it's a 2-point game. 17 to Kobe Bryant. 10 of them here in the 4th quarter.
You got to post Garnett here, Mark.
Posey. He's had a big game. Ray Allen kicks it out. Posey for 3. It's good. James Posey from downtown. And it's a 5-point Celtic lead. 18 points for Posey off the bench. Bryant fakes a 3. Drives again on Pierce. Back out. Fisher knocks it down. A 2-pointer. His foot was on the line.
And that's a critical mistake by Fisher. Space the floor properly. You're going to shoot it from that distance. Make it be a 3.
92-89. 3-point game. Under a minute to go. And Pierce able to draw the foul on Bryant. Not a lot of contact, but he played it up nicely, and he'll go to the line for 2. Bryant didn't like to call his 4th personal. There's the bump, and he sold it very well.
Well, he did sell it. I mean, he's not the first guy to sell a foul like that. Bottom line, though, the Celtics have made every crucial play offensively. They've taken care of the basketball and gotten high percentage looks.
And a timeout called. Doc Rivers wants a full timeout with 46.8 seconds remaining. His team trailed by 24 in the first half. Celtics trailed by 20 with under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Have come back and now lead it by 3 with free throws coming up 92-89. And you look at the score, guys, 89 points right now. That's after they had 58 at halftime. What a tremendous defensive performance.
Well, it's one of the best in a half in finals history. This has been a stellar defensive effort. And this lineup, though, right now, where Radmanovic is spreading the floor, is going to give the Celtics trouble.
But give Doc Rivers credit. At halftime, he said, guys, it's not about our offense. We've done it all season long defensively. Those guys listened to the message and found a way to get it done. Getting stops and then offensively getting good looks.
And let's take a look at right now Verizon Wireless game track. Kobe Bryant has not shot well, but he didn't need the help early. His teammates were terrific. He had 9 assists. And after the big lead, it started to turn in the 3rd quarter. Once again, the 3rd quarter belonged to the Celtics as they cut it to 2 heading into the 4th. And finally got their first lead of the game in that 4th quarter after trailing by as many as 24. And how about the play of James Posey? Ray Allen and the big 3 have been excellent. So Posey with 18 points. He's one of 2 Celtics who already have a championship. He was part of the Heat's title team back in 2006. Sam Cassell's the other. But again, another role player steps up with a huge game.
What I love about it, he's a battle-tested guy on both ends of the floor, not afraid to take shots, and then a lockdown defender. Has stepped up since Perkins left the ball.
Pierce now to the line, and we say it all the time. How often those games of such magnitude come down to knocking down your free throws. The Celtics can hit their free throws. They'll give themselves that needed breathing room. Pierce calmly sinks that one.
Well, we saw Shane Battier of the Houston Rockets defend Kobe Bryant as well as we've ever seen anybody. I think Paul Pierce tonight has matched it and raised.
Kobe Bryant 6 of 19. Pierce has performed admirably at both ends of the floor in the playoffs. 2 clutch free throws there. 5-point game with 46.8 remaining.
Now it's critical you do not give up a 3-point shot or a 3-point play.
Bryant to Gasol. That was quick. 94-91. 1-possession game. Garnett trouble getting it in. Gets it to Ray Allen. Lakers do not need to foul yet. Vujacic, heavy pressure. Taking as much time off the clock. Here comes the double team. Allen, he wants to go to the line. You can tell he wants the ball in his hands. Allen on the drive, gets to the basket. Lefty layup, banks it in. And it's a 5-point game with 16.4 remaining.
But this is a critical mistake. They inbounded before they took the timeout. So now they can't advance the ball unless they take another timeout.
So a timeout called after Ray Allen with a huge move to the basket. Let's take a look at Allen.
Well, waves off the screen by Kevin Garnett. Says, I want to play one-on-one with Vujacic. It's time to dance. This is for all the marbles. Clears the floor, and then the blow-by and finishes with the left hand.
Ray Allen has played the entire game. Hasn't sat for a second. 19 points and 9 rebounds. As Allen, Pierce, and Garnett all playing in their first NBA Finals. Seeing they've got such a golden opportunity right now to go up 3-1 in these NBA Finals. And you see the look on Kobe Bryant's face. All right, 15.7 seconds remaining, Jeff. Down by 5. They've got to shoot 3.
Well, I'm going to take another timeout to advance the ball up the court so I can get into the front court. Then I'm getting the ball to Kobe Bryant in the middle of the floor and have him drive the ball to the rim. And then if something good happens and they give help, kick it out for the 3. If not, right at the basket as quick as possible.
And watching Paul Pierce defend Kobe Bryant the last couple of plays, he's allowed him to get to the 3-point line where he could lift. Paul Pierce, what you want to do is meet him above it and force him to drive, and he presses the clock.
The Lakers have seen a 24-point lead disappear. Sasha Vujacic so emotional on the court, and obviously during that timeout. And as the Lakers right now, desperate, down by 5 with 15.7 remaining. And Jeff, as you said, Phil Jackson will use another timeout to advance the ball. Again, the rule is, if you advance the ball after gaining a defensive rebound and then call timeout, you're inbounding the ball from that spot where you call the timeout. But if you get the defensive rebound and immediately call time, you can advance the ball to the front court.
And that's the mistake, because now the Lakers only have 1 timeout left. So if they want to play this, take it to the basket and then a foul game, you can only advance the ball 1 more time.
The Celtics have outscored the Lakers over the last quarter and a half, 46-21.
And if I'm the Celtics, I'm switching out and trying to deny Bryant. I want the ball to go into anybody but Bryant.
And you don't want to help off a 3-point shooter for yourself.
Radmanovic, watch for the inbound guy to get it right back. Radmanovic, a good 3-point shooter, out to Vujacic. Vujacic, that's a 2-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Gasol back out. Vujacic to Bryant. Steps back, that's a 2. Short, no good. Rebound. Vujacic knocked out of bounds, saved it, but right to Garnett. And House is fouled with 3.6 remaining. And the Celtics are going to take a 3-1 lead in these finals. What an amazing turnaround here in Game 4. And the crowd starting to head for the exits. They are stunned at this comeback by the Celtics.
Good defense by the Celtics. Paul Pierce handing off Kobe Bryant to Garnett. He denies him the basketball, and then once he catches it off the missed shot, forces him into a tough one. That's just solid defense by the Celtics, and you can't say enough about the job that Eddie House has done off the bench, substituting for Ron.
11 points for House off the bench. Posey with 18 off the bench. And Paul Pierce starting to celebrate as his team will go up 3-1. And as we mentioned, no team in NBA Finals history has ever come back from being down 3-1 to win the championship. And this crowd so disappointed in a game that started great for LA. The Celtics turn in one of the great comebacks in NBA playoff history. Down 24 in the second quarter, down 20 in the third. They come back and win Game 4. Just a tremendous performance on the road. Pierce, again, grew up a Laker fan. Such an emotional return for him. As the Lakers go back to their locker room, obviously so disappointed. Let's send it to Michelle.
Paul, one of the most remarkable comebacks in NBA Finals history. How do you explain, after being down 21 in the first and 24, how you guys did this?
Right there, baby. We sucked it up. You know, we came with it. We said we wasn't going to back down. You know what I said coming in the third quarter? I said, don't look at the score, fellas. You know, we just got to go out there and compete and don't look at the score and see what happens at the end of the day. I was part of the fourth quarter comeback in 2002, one of the greatest comebacks in NBA history, so I know what it is to dig deep inside and go out there and get a win, and we was able to do it tonight.
You had so much great help from your teammates. Posey, Ray Allen with a great late bucket. What happened on that play?
I'll say that again?
Ray Allen's big bucket.
Oh, you know, we just spread the floor. We had shooters on the court, and we knew they couldn't help. So Ray Allen saw it. Kevin set a pick, and he just drove down the lane. It was wide open. He laid it up. And that pretty much iced it. It was a team effort, but it was the defense. It was the defense that got it done second half.
And you were guarding Kobe Bryant most of the late part of this game. What was that like for you?
Well, I wanted to make him work. I said I wanted to come out and guard him, start at the third, and just make him work. I don't know. You know, I take pride in my defense. I know championships. It's a hard thing to do, and I don't want to guard the best tonight.
You know what, Paul, last thing for you. No team in NBA Finals history has come back from a 3-1 deficit to win the finals. What do you make of that stat?
Well, it can always happen, and we're not counting on that statistic. We want to go out here in this on Father's Day.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, Michelle, that'll be Sunday back here at the Staples Center. The player of the game vote presented by T-Mobile, fan selected. Paul Pierce is tonight's player of the game. Well, this one was a total team effort by the Boston Celtics. As he said, defensively, Lakers scored just 33 points in the second half, 58 in the first two quarters. And remember, LA up by 20 with 5:50 remaining in the third. Celtics slowly chipping away at a great run in the third quarter, cut it to 2 entering the fourth. Finally took their first lead of the game with under 5 minutes to go in the fourth, and the Celtics can celebrate. So now again, Game 5 will be right back here on Sunday, and it'll be on ABC. Our coverage begins at 8:30 Eastern, and then tip-off shortly after 9. Lakers need to win to send the series back to Boston, which will be the site for Game 6 and 7. An incredible comeback, one of the best in the history of the NBA playoffs. 97-91, the Celtics win. They lead the finals 3-1. Now except on the West Coast, stay tuned for your late local news. Nightline and Jimmy Kimmel over most of these ABC stations. Complete post-game coverage of tonight's game. Go to SportsCenter. For Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, Michelle Tapoya, and our entire terrific ABC crew, this is Mike Breen saying so long from LA. You're watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals.